Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live and back at it again, folks. It's a Saturday, a sensational Saturday, if you will. We got lots coming your way, lots to talk about, lots to get into as we bring you WWE NXT Vengeance Day. Plus, we might have more. We're going to talk about it, folks. But so much going on in the wrestling world. And know what, fans? You might boo Tony, but you'll never boo us. It's going to be a fun one here on the channel. So make sure you get in that chat. Like, share, subscribe, strap in, strap on, grab your snacks, grab your feel good, and let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live and back at it again, folks. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. This is another live stream as we jump into Vengeance Day today. Lots of questions, lots of rumors, stacked card, plus so much else going on in the wrestling world. We're going to talk all about it. It's going to be a fun one. Like I said, get in that chat. Don't be quiet. Don't be shy. We want to see triple digits in the chat. So grab your supper, grab your dinner, tell all your family and friends. Bring them to the Wrestling for Life Network as we give you all the reaction to all the live action here today. And as I mentioned, it should be a lot of fun today. So without further ado, I will remind you, I am Mr. Everynight KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. That is Big Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight KJ White. I am Big Nick. And yes, my guy, fresh off of Valentine's Day, straight into Vengeance Day. And I do think you need to clarify a little bit with your intro. We weren't talking about Tony also on the channel and everything like that. You know, we're talking about Boo and Tony's. But yes, maybe we can quickly jump into that for no spoilers for Grand Slam. Again, we don't know if we'll be here watch it live because it goes after the whole All-Star festivities and everything. And again, spoiler-free zone. But Tony Khan, not the warmest welcome in Australia.
No, I mean, again, I thought it was really funny. Like we see the video coming out, and again, we will remind everyone, no spoilers. Nick and I do our best to avoid finding things out, even though the internet makes that very challenging. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, a lot of talk about what was thought and what was not thought going into this pay-per-view, this show, which it turns out to be. Fans were not happy with Tony Khan. Tony Khan, you catch a real honest look on his face of he didn't know what the hell to do. They cheered again a little bit for the mention of their country, and they went right back to booing. So yeah, they're not happy, but they enjoyed the show.
Yes, and he also mentioned he very much won him back when we'll try this again. We've got to make good next year. We're coming back, and that's when they got him on his side a little bit. But he very much had that kind of Hulk Hogan reaction. If you like, you ever see a dog when you say like treat or walk, and their head like perks up a weird way. The second he started to hear boos, you just see his head kind of twist for half a second. Of like, what's that I hear? Oh, I've never heard that sound before.
Like, oh, all right, and he just smiling awkwardly, but yeah, I mean, again, very funny take to it all, the whole thing, and even for us, like, I mean, we cover all the shows, and the fact that it was so hard to kind of nail down when it was going to air, where it was going to air. Again, Saturday night up against the All-Star game makes me believe that it was always supposed to be a pay-per-view. Again, the bright side of all this is, from what I've read, the actual show was really solid, really good matches. The fans had a lot of fun. I don't know if anyone saw the clip of Cope, everyone singing Cope's song 10,000 plus. So that's a good vibe.
Is that just because it's the WWE song, WWE theme? I converged theme and song at the same time and said thong, but it's the same WWE song, so that's why they know it. They just wanted to sing it. Australia doesn't get Cope showing up that much,
right? No, I mean, again, a pretty great moment, and like I said, I think there was some positives in there for sure. 91% of the chat are excited for Vengeance Day. Happy to hear that. We're looking forward to this show, and we will get into all of it. We will say hello to the chat as we are live already. And again, here all night long. We're not sure when we're going to end this stream, but strap in, strap on. It's going to be a fun one here tonight. But yeah, ultimately, Nick, I think that the good news for Tony Khan is he has talent that can kind of compensate for some of his bad decision making. But ultimately, it'll be very interesting if they try to go back next year. What will the response be?
Well, now you got a whole year to plan for this, Tony, and you made it a big statement. So
Right.
strap on and strap in and get to work, Scrappy.
Yeah.
But with Vengeance Day, and you were mentioning about we don't know when we're going to go home because there's all the wrestling going on. How do you feel about Vengeance Day starting 6 o'clock Eastern Standard Time is when the main card goes live? I kind of dig it on a Saturday, early evening, around dinner time. Solid, especially for like an NXT.
Yeah, especially for an NXT. And again, I think this is one of the byproducts of the TKO relationship. So, I mean, I don't hate it. I don't. I think if you're here from 6 till 9, and you had any major plans as adults, most of us get going around that time. So you're not really missing out on much that in that regard. Again, it's a bit of an adjustment. It feels early, like 5:30, like we're right at supper time and the show's going live. But hey, I mean, again, you catch people when they're home. So maybe that's part of the mindset here. But I like it. I like the brunch with the boys. I like the earlier in and outs. You don't have to be there till 1 a.m, because of a pay-per-view. It gets exhausting.
Yeah, especially when it's a Saturday versus a Sunday, respectfully. I don't need to be out here till 1 a.m. on a Sunday. People got work on Monday, Tony. People got work on Monday.
Right.
What is your excitement level going into this tonight? Because I feel like this sets up for a good bit of surprises and everything. We obviously are going to get do we see Ricky tonight?
I'm thinking, yeah. I think there's got to be some kind of follow-up, even if he doesn't do much. Maybe it's just something, interacting with some people in the back, setting something up. I think so. I think with so much buzz behind Ricky right now, I'd be a little surprised if we don't at least see him tonight.
Fair enough.
They can actually call him his name, maybe.
Yeah, well, now that they've, that's the hilarious part is that they were it turned around so fast that they didn't know if they could legally actually call him his name or not. So they just we'll let them do it.
Right. But right now,
we're gonna get the Vengeance Day faction as well shows up today.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to call them besides Vengeance Day because that's all we've seen for their name, but they're showing up as well. Yeah.
I don't know about that, but yeah, I mean, we got a strap match tonight. We got the tag titles on the line. We have a bit of a grudge match, Ethan Page and Javon. This one's a tough one to call for my money, but then you're looking at Stephanie taking on Fallon. Can Stephanie get her gold so quick into her run? Would she get a title right away? This is very intriguing. There are some outs for Fallon to hold on to her title, even though I think her ticket's kind of punched on this one. Of course, and then the fatal 4-way as well. So, and a triple threat.
That is it wrong to say that I feel like we're going to get a bit more surprises with this show because I feel like some of the matches are very predictable.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting. Like, I'm kind of curious about Jordan Grace right now. Is she somehow a pivotal part of this show tonight or something at least memorable? What happens with A-Town Down? Does Oba dispose of A-Town Down and somebody else pops up like a Ricky to say hello? I don't know if you throw Ricky at Oba right now. Oba's on fire. Ricky's brand new. But ultimately, I think there's a lot of possibilities. Like you said, there at some point we're going to get this new faction. Maybe we'll get some answers with who, what, when, and where with them. Yeah, I think there's enough going on in and around this show that I'm super excited for it.
Well, you mentioned Jordan, and does Jordan show up at the end of this main event? Well, potential main event here, with the fatal 4-way. Respectfully, I feel like we all kind of think Julia's going to obviously win this one. There's other stories afoot with this, but you get a Jordan Grace versus Julia stare down face to face and say maybe that's your stand and deliver matchup.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, again, time is now. Like we're getting closer and closer to WrestleMania weekend. So if you're going to start setting some stuff up, it's not a bad place to go. But right now,
it's really crazy. Sorry, real quick. I've thought about it today. We're only like 2 months away from Mania, if that.
420. So I mean, yeah, it's less than 2 months. Like we're right on the cusp. Especially with February being a shortened month, right? So We are about 18 and a half minutes away from the start of the show, folks. Make sure you get in this chat. Make sure you take our link, share it with all your friends. Anywhere you talk about wrestling, whether it's Instagram, Twitter, X, Discord, TikTok, I don't care where you go, Blue Sky, share our link. Let everyone know. We want to see how many people we can cram into these streams. And it's been amazing to watch these numbers climb and climb and climb. But yeah, I mean, should we say hello to some of the people, sir?
Yeah, we tend to get long-winded, and especially coming off of what they say too as well. So let's go.
Damien, welcome back. Sean, good to see you. Clay, welcome. Tyler, yo, how you doing? Danny's with C Money. Vengeance is a dish best served stone cold. Adam Stone. Eric, welcome back. Hope you were doing well. Ricky, Jordan, tonight finally see a mystery 4. Yeah, and I mean, again, we're always kind of curious, Nick. Is there any TNA influence on this show? Is there any, now they haven't really teased anything, but we've seen random shit happen.
Is there any TNA influence? Is there any, as we saw with Ricky, any recently released AEW talent that could appear as well?
I don't know. It'll be very interesting. Looking forward to
maybe with this faction, with the masked up squad, don't it kind of look a little bit something like, Mr. Black could show up and get involved with this.
True. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of in my head see Black not going to NXT, but
Fair.
Stranger things have happened.
Pit stop.
Absolutely. Welcome back, Boston. Damien got you. Mike TV, welcome. What's up, everyone? Y'all ready for vengeance? Yes.
Sorry, Grace Waller coming into the arena, I believe, reading the same book as AJ Brown was seen reading on the sidelines. So again, just perfect trolling. That's all. I just noticed it.
What's up, Mike TV? Big dog in the house. It's the channel with more hair, more flair, yet so debonair. It's hard to compare. Wrestling 4 live. Rebel, wrestle. Rebel.
We're demure. We're very demure.
Right. IHOP Rocky, welcome back. One of the newer names. Good to see you. Vengeance is my middle name. Actually, it's Garfield. Do you like lasagna, Garfield?
Why you gotta make the same joke Big Dog made in the chat that I saw?
Did he make it? Oh,
yes.
Look, all right. I'd say great minds, but I mean crazy minds maybe. Roll Tide, how you doing? Welcome back. Tanisha, always a pleasure. Mike Spikes in the house, and Mike, I'll let you know the prediction title is on the line as it says below Nick's chinny chin chin. The prediction championship is on the line today just for Vengeance Day. We will prompt you when we want your predictions. Again, make sure you get in there quick and make sure you get in between the windows so that it will count.
Right.
Come down to tiebreakers all the time. Bradley, how you doing? Denisha, we got you. MDB, what's up? It's 2025. Who the fuck is eating supper? Nobody
Canadians.
Y'all, you call dinner?
Yeah.
What's up, Roman? Dennis, how you doing? Wrestling Proud 87, welcome back. Larry McMillan, shout out to Big Dog. Shadow Morph, new name. Hello. Welcome. Matthew Childs, Trey, Big Dog Vance, Jordan. Woo, I love this list. Let's go. 1996. Brendan is over on Twitch. Remember, folks, we do have a Twitch. If you want to be nice, go over to Twitch, give us a follow. We are at the whopping 33 Twitchers. So be a friend and join us on Twitch. Polo Rai Fatu. Javon and All Eagle will steal the show for sure. Were you the one that said this was going to be match of the night?
I said it had the potential and everything like that. I'm very much up with the story. It honestly, it really could because Oba and A-Town Down Under. Now, again, I still find it funny. We have a show featuring A-Town Down Under and a show that took place at A-Town Down Under.
Right.
But Oba, that's going to just be a squash match. That's Oba just looking like a beast. Julia, like the combatants in the women's fatal 4-way could make it a really great match, but the story, Julia's most likely retaining. This one, again, we talked about during the prediction show. This to me is a coin flip. This is the closest, it could go either way. How do we see Ethan continue to go through NXT? What have you? Do we see anyone from TNA or a recent free agent from TNA who might have been said that they're going to so and so three-lettered company might end up in this company? Just saying.
I would love for that to happen, just as a dirt sheet.
Oh yeah, well, and again, we saw Hunter at the Rumble press conference where he basically said, "I heard it from a guy who heard it from a guy who heard it from a guy."
Right.
We saw this game 2 years, well, not 2 years, I'd say a year, 6 months in advance of this. They were just throwing out shit to the dirt sheets and just saying they'll run with it. They don't fact check anything. They won't sit there and logically try and think anything through, source anything through. They'll just run with it.
Right? No, it's that Veronica Vaughn. Like
one fine piece of that never happened, did it? Well, I knew a guy. No, you don't. No, you don't.
Trey, welcome. How you doing, Dro? Imagine Austin Theory. It would be extremely shocking if Oba does not retain. I'll put it that way.
That would be the biggest shock of the week. Honestly, I think that might be a bigger shock than Ricky Stark showing up on NXT.
Chambers, welcome back. Good to see you as we are getting closer and closer to Elimination Chambers. Don, welcome back. Good to see you. I hope things are well. OG Dale in the house. Steven, welcome back. Matthew, we got you. Nathan, welcome. Roll Tide got you.
Well, Nathan's saying he's from Sydney. So how is the feeling there going on about AW now? Because it seemed very contentious of it was getting called AW Scam more than AW Grand Slam.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's bad vibes. Like the stream, please. The Knee Pad Patrol, letting everyone know that you need to hit like, share, and subscribe, folks.
To it.
Going to see that new group too. Yeah. So a lot of people, again, we kind of have an idea who they're going to be. With a lot of talk about the Evolve aspect of this, but it'll be interesting. You know, even if it is a Dion Lennox, we haven't thought much of Dion Lennox. If this is something that gets him over and works with him, I'm down.
Yeah. Well, the internet sleuths very quickly just by body shapes and everything.
Yeah.
You know, very much quickly didacted it or figured it out.
Right.
And I think it was Polo at least hit me up with the names and everything, but I'm sure you've seen it going around of it's Saquon Sugars, Cutler James, Keanu Carver, and Dion Lennox is allegedly the four men behind the shield masks there.
I would love to see it's like completely different. Like it's like the return of sanity. Like
almost.
Yeah. Like just completely fake. Ronan, welcome back. Good to see you. Happy Vengeance Day to you. Bum bum bum. Is Josh Alexander? We kind of touched on that. We'll get into that later. Dun dun. Dale, Matthew Child, Smile, Mark. Welcome back. Welcome back. Byron's with us. Sean's with us. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to see you. Trey, I think we got you. Sukio. Thank you.
Suchio. It might be Suchio because that's very much like kind of Italian.
Suchio. Mega.
I'm here. I'm sorry I'm late. You're never late.
Spaz. Kenny Omega stare down with Nobu Fenta. Huh?
What?
Trey. Damien, Andy Barr, welcome. Appreciate you being here today. 85 hanging out with us. We want to see it in triple digits, folks. So be a friend, tell a friend. Lady, I guess supper is eaten at dusk. Right? MDB over on Twitch. Go see him there. Jules and Casey. Hey, yo, how you doing? Jason's back with us. The roll call is getting longer. Cherokee, George, Greg. Nick, you see any names?
Well, no, I'm just going towards the bottom. Russ MMA saying cheers. I like MDB helping us with the hooked on phonics of Sucio.
There you go.
We don't have to put your chance in, folks.
Right now, you have to like and subscribe. We just chanted your name for you. Has that ever happened?
That's facts. Well, no, I think I know homie on Insta. But yes, 100%. And I even saw MDB out there saying, if you follow the channel on Twitch, he will follow you back.
Hello, bearded ones. Hello, Alexis.
Help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope. That's what it's. That's what I felt.
More than just a beautiful beard, people. I would like to be respected.
There's more beneath this. There's a beautiful brain behind this amazing beard.
But ladies and gentlemen, we are 8.5 minutes away from the start of the show. So make sure you get your snacks on the pre-show right now. Waller and Theory sitting down for a backstage interview. Just kind of working their shit out. We'll see how that transpires here tonight.
I believe you're actually having me on the pre-show.
Weird. It's YouTube.
Well, I got it on the Peacock. That's why.
Well,
I thought you would have had. Is it not Netflix for you?
Netflix is just the countdown screen, so it's the music.
Oh, so the main show is on Netflix.
Yes,
the pre-show you get on YouTube. Okay.
Yeah. What are we doing? Oh, we're saying hi to people. Jake, the Tribal Chief, how you doing? What's up, Steven? Wait. Oh, there you go. That's better. I came from a land down under.
Oh no, MDB. I think we had the same idea. Click on it. Of fine. We like your tattoos, KJ, not just your beard.
Oh, that's so sweet. So sweet.
I have it on the what? Yes, I have it on the Peacock. The Peacock.
Okay. But yeah, so again, we're gonna kick. Some people think the tag titles are gonna kick off the show. I really don't see these titles changing.
Another match that seems predictable.
It seems. I mean, I'd be really shocked, and I may be a little disappointed if it's out of all the tag teams. I'd rather Hank and Tank get the belts. Like, let's be real.
Seriously, like, I don't even know one of the guys in this match's name.
Yoshi.
And it's not Miles Bourne. It's not. Is that really his name? Is Randy Orton 2.0 in
Miles
NXT?
Bourne? Yes,
Miles Bourne. I think we finally dotted it down.
Yeah, because the other one, the Chase U kid, is Riley
Osborne. We figured it out. We cracked the code.
Miles Bourne and Riley Osborne. Yeah, how dare we get confused? How dare we mix this up
with these very ultra fake names?
Thought on Canada, US, 4 nations, Kachucks for the win. I'll probably be peeking in at this mile mark. This should be a hell of a hockey game. A coin toss. There's no clear-cut favorite. Obviously, I'm cheering for the red and white, but the States have a phenomenal team, and they laid an absolute beating on Finland. So Canada gave up 3 goals and had to go into overtime with Sweden, but the U.S. looked strong.
You might be incredibly partial to this question, but I ask you and I ask the audience, which is more of a global, like a better global sport to watch, the World Cup or say like a world tournament or whatever when it comes to like hockey or anything?
Yeah, I mean, I think if the overall popularity, soccer or footballs, whatever you want to call it, definitely has that kind of niche with like within the whole planet. I mean, as far as excitement level goes, I mean, dude, I think there's nothing as exciting as hockey. Somebody might say football, like yourself. It really is a twist up.
No, different kind of football.
Right. But at the end of the day, man, I think that especially this is kind of like that little mini tournament the NBA did. Like they're just randomly doing like this little 4-nation tournament and putting a pause on the season. So
yeah, I was gonna say I don't recall this happening before. It seems very interesting to spring up here.
Yeah, it's some people believe it's the collective bargaining and issues with like the Olympic Committee and such. So we'll see. But Spaz throwing out $10. Thank you, sir. Good old Canadian gentleman himself. KYJ and Nikki So Sticky. That's better. That's just getting better by the day. Hashtag team slip and stick.
Yes, slip inside, get loose. More punch than a bowl of juice. Ain't no.
Take it to the house. We're gonna definitely take it to the house.
Slip and stick. Take it to the house. Take it to the
house. Sorry. The good brothers of the IWC. I tried to do a bit of co-promotion, but hey, chat, what's up? When KJ and Nick are done being awesome, head over to me for Jake's post show. Yeah, go give our boy Spaz some love. Great supporter of our channel. Go check him out. And yeah, I mean, thank you for being here. And again, thank you for that solid $10.
Absolutely appreciate it. Well, and like I said, always a solid comment, always entertaining. And now, it's now aged and come back around of Tama Tonga saying to Carl Anderson about how well, the Good Brothers have been everywhere. That's because you've been fired from everywhere. And it kind of, that's why I was like, when he's like the Good Brothers or the IWC, I was like, I don't know about that.
Right. USA, Roll Tide, pumping the nation. Will we see Ricky tonight? I think so. Now, that's just speculation, Tony, but I imagine there was such a big buzz, Nick, about Ricky coming in on Tuesday, that why not strike with the irons hot? Again, he doesn't have to do a lot, but just have him present, have us aware of him.
And you shut a lot of people up if he comes out and you announce Ricky Starks. You shut a lot of people up real fast.
Facts.
Now the better question is who, when, where, and how, and why. Does he come out through the crowd? Does he come out after the Ola match? Does he come out just and cuts a random mass promo? Right. How do you do it?
Right. Well, worst case scenario, we have an abbreviated stream of Canada versus USA. There you go. Maybe. Yeah, you might have just found the way to bridge shit. US Canada tonight going to be fire. Who's walking out of NXT Tag Team Champions? I think the champions got to hold it.
Yeah.
Right.
Maximum wins.
You know, maybe it's a maybe.
TBD. Bradley. It's KJ's favorite term. TBD. KJ and Nick are great brothers, but better than good. Look at that. MVP. Too sweet, my guy.
Making bearded men blush. What are you doing? Obafemi is a love child of the New Day. What? Great hand.
You have that. That even what I'm mad at.
Right. Ricky Stark's going to make a bunch of sticky marks.
Oh, that's clever as shit.
I kind of like that. Dropping bars. Save Ricky for Tuesday. True. And I mean, is it the end of the world if we don't see him today? I was just thinking, big show. There's nothing wrong with. Maybe he just walks through a backstage promo that somebody's cutting. Maybe it's just something to let us know. Yeah, he's still there.
Big show. And what type of, hanging and swanging are you doing if Ricky Starks, the guy you just let go, because I'd like to book him, but somehow can't, shows up and is the biggest talking point or one of the biggest talking points of wrestling in the weekend?
Right.
Yeah. By the way, we should do merch of just someone doing this and then sticky marks underneath it.
Right. That's not a terrible idea. But yeah, right now I'm getting the last minutes of the countdown as we are going to kick off Vengeance Day, folks. Again, we will take your predictions on every single match. So make sure you get in this chat. Make sure that you make your predictions at the correct time. And a lot of these are coming down to tiebreakers. So make sure you get in there quick with your prediction once prompted to do so. Nick, 30 seconds to go. Pretty pumped for this one. Pretty excited. Card looks good. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun here.
Oh, absolutely. Which match do you think kicks it off?
Ethan and Javon.
Oh,
I could see
you start off with that. That's a hell of a way to fucking get everybody going.
Started with some energy. Let's go.
Right. Spaz with another $10 super chat. Nothing funnier than loud ass Aussie fans booing TK out the building at Mud Show, Grand Scam. Even people at home being like, cool that we have no way to watch even when they come to visit. There's a lot.
As I am getting the start here, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to play along at home, make sure you follow along. But I got then.
I don't.
Okay.
I have then.
We have then.
I can't say the word now.
Now. I got now.
I have forever.
Forever. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you want to sync up with Nick and I and all watch together, that's how you do so. Just give it a little
together.
Together. We are ready to go. Welcome to Vengeance Day.
Now I got that overhead shot of Washington, D.C.
There we go. There we go, folks. We'll find out momentarily what's going to kick off this show tonight.
Again, I'm really excited for this because NXT going into this feels like it has that. Well, it's now become a goddamn buzzword, but the Revolution will be televised versus the Revolution will not be televised. Of Revolution, how fitting, apropos with AW nearby,
right?
But has this kind of vibe going into it of it feels like it's got a new breath of air. It's got fresh oxygen in the lungs here.
Yeah, and again, I think it was strongly consistent, and now it's just a nice little, a nice little spark, a little shot of adrenaline in the arm for the show. It's nice, but we got Roxy, little spark plug this one.
Yeah, well, Cora Jade, of course, she's looking at something big, long, and pointy.
Oh wait, so is Julia.
Well, I can't say nothing now because Julia's looking at it. She's just looking at it in the nighttime instead of the daytime.
What up, Jose? How you doing? How you doing, Gregory? If we haven't said hello yet, I hope you are doing well. Plus a new faction. Yep, absolutely looking forward to that, Dale. Wonder who the 4 members. I know Nick talked about the rumored members, but we shall find out this eve.
Well, and I'm also interested to see how they do it. Like, do they just come out? Do they show up like the Nexus and just destroy the fucking map? What do they do? Yeah.
As we are getting the opening package for Vengeance Day. Sup, Kayfabe? How you doing? How you doing? Hope we see a debut here. We'll see.
Well, you will. Just it might be times 4 or 3.
Right. Plus a new faction. We got that one. NXT better than AEW and SmackDown.
I forgot until
Ebbs and Flows
May about how LA Knight made his debut at Vengeance Day.
Yeah. I mean, again, that's where, we see some of the debate online of like, why'd Ricky go to NXT or why'd this person go to NXT? I mean, LA Knight went to NXT. The guy was a veteran when he got there.
Finn Balor did a run in NXT, and everyone just acts like that's cool. Like that's just what happened. We don't ever critique that about someone going down and having a run down there.
Well, dude, my best example is Drew McIntyre. When Drew returned to the WWE, he could have went straight to the main roster, but they put him down in NXT and said, show us what you got.
Well, that's why the whole goddamn term has come about of pull a Drew, of you get released from WWE, you go off, you do a couple of niche shows and everything, you get yourself over like Rover, then you come back and tear the fucking roof off the place.
That's what you do.
But I hate because Drew McIntyre is like, he's a one of one a little bit, I feel, with that. Like, that's not a common thing to do. Like, that's a special act. And
his whole story
term makes it commonplace.
A little bit, but again, if somebody can pull it off, and we've seen a couple people in history kind of go that full circle, but ultimately, again, very interesting how this is all going to play out. But here we go. Oh, wow.
Yeah. Holy AR graphics, Batman.
Oh, we're starting with Stephanie.
That was cool as hell as they sat there and had the entrance ramp go up into the Titantron and be the whole horns.
Right.
Now, are they horns or are they handles? Are they handles or are they horns?
We'll call them horns just for the sake. All right, folks. The prediction prompt is up. Get your predictions in to become our prediction champion. Remember, you have between now and when I close the predictions to get those votes in. Are you taking Vancouver? Are you taking Fallon? Who's getting the W? Let us know. Let us know.
Do you bookend it now? And this has been very much a thing with NXT of they're very much women's wrestling forward. Do you bookend it with the women's matches of you have Stephanie go over, get the new title, you bookend it. Hey,
hi, Miss Paca.
And then you get it with Julia that wins the belt in the main event there.
Yeah, highly possible. I think so. Right. I think that tells a pretty good story. And the Fatal 4-Way, I have no problem with that main eventing unless you have something planned. But again, it's not like we're kind of pretty convinced of the winner of the men's triple threat as much as the Fatal 4-Way. So I'm okay with it not going last.
Right. God damn.
Now Jasmine had like, what is with everybody rocking the Hamilton?
I don't. I really don't know. I
Everybody.
was more looking at why is Jasmine out here just doing softcore Rhea Ripley? She's doing Rhea Ripley cosplay.
Right. Fallon.
Meanwhile, Fallon, how you doing? Like, save a horse, ride a cowgirl. What? Yeah, Jasmine or JC is just doing Rhea Ripley cosplay. But yeah, I don't get where Jasmine Higgs all of a sudden showed up with the Rip Hamilton.
Their horns for you. And now down, boy. Down. For the win here. All right. Kalani Jordan
watching on too.
Heel Kalani Jordan.
Carmen Solo. No, Ashante, he must have gone and get popcorn.
He's gone getting
everything.
Yeah. Get me some Starburst.
Yeah, but there's the only other chair beside her is filled by another person. She's right by the walkways, the steps.
Steph, right now from the chat, 83% are thinking Steph. 13 going Fallon. So Stephanie. Ding, ding, ding. Last call on your predictions. Any prediction after I hit send on this will not count.
There you go. 5. Do we need to count down for a bit? Stephanie and Fallon locked up. I think we're both clearly going Stephanie here.
Yes, definitely going Stephanie. The majority of the chat, 84%. 13, small pocket. A few people think maybe nobody wins. But yeah, I mean, again, Stephanie feels like a heavy favorite, even though she's the challenger in this one. Do remember, she is outnumbered 3-on-1.
Yeah, but she's got multiples potentially in the crowd there with them showing all the female wrestlers of better women's North American champion, Fallon Henley or Kalani Jordan.
Fallon.
Yeah, I agree.
I understand why Kalani got it, and I don't think she did a bad job. She just, again, it was one of those things. Fallon, a little more seasoned, has had an extremely strong run since joining Fatal Influence. She kind of became the leader when she was not said leader to begin all this.
It's almost like I said that, but yeah.
Right? Oh, transition.
Mush in the face. What did the 5 fingers say to the face? Mush.
Mush. Jesus Christ, MDB, it's early. Fallon's knee pads are nice. 5-star match. Let's go, Stephanie.
6% voted for Keith Sweat. How y'all gonna pick nobody?
Oh. All right.
I like that we added the note. Ooh.
Oh.
Calf killer. Little STFU.
Stephanie with a fistful of hair to get into that submission. But Fallon gets to the ropes.
She clearly turned her towards the ropes.
She fought for it, Nick. She fought for it.
She got turned.
Do a Jeff Cobb tonight. I would love to see Jeff Cobb in the Fed. Let's go.
He's Polynesian Rhino, and I love Jeff Cobb, but that's what he is.
No, I think, but imagine Jeff. I mean,
they're trying to barrel roll, log roll out of the ring, and Booker T just because he keeps set up for the Stephanie finisher.
Right, Stephanie not having it. Love Jeff Cobb absolutely. And again, you run back some Jeff Cobb of Jonah shit. Let's go.
Fucking make him a tag team. Just goddamn.
Yeah, well,
I trust me. I love a tour of the islands and everything.
Stephanie now throwing on another submission.
Little crossfade chicken wing.
What up, Anthony? How you doing?
We're now rolling through kind of a small package there. 2 count.
2, folks. It's Anthony. What up, Tea Time Tony?
Shout out. And by the way, again, when this stream is done, go and check out Anthony's TNA review.
True.
Dos amigos.
Sweet Tony Rings. Oh, up. Grabbed by the hip.
Oh,
Oh,
that was
a little bit clunky.
That was clunk. That was clunk.
A little bit clunky. A little bit of what are we doing?
They fell with a clunk.
They got there. They got there. Got her into the armbar.
Where move number 101 with Jericho. Armbar.
Right. Armbar. 2 count. Steph on Fallon.
Ooh. Fallon in the corner. Oh, now Steph on top. Oh, drape over armbar over the top rope on the Fallon from Steph.
Down to the floor, and there's JC right away. Oh, backing off.
She again, I'm telling you, she looks like Rhea Ripley, like early Judgment Day. The fucking hair, the jacket, everything. Right. Big boot. See, she even just did the big boot like mommy.
Right, the big boot.
You're never going to beat these allegations.
And this is a big X factor for Fallon here tonight, is she does have 2 people with her.
But Steph looks like more of a badass of she overcomes it. And do you end up getting to where you get Jasmine and JC thrown out of ringside?
Yeah, I mean, again, you could definitely have that spot. The crowd was just chanting, "Ref, you suck," so that's hilarious.
You can read that one since you clicked on it.
Jesus.
Yeah, you clicked on it. Go ahead, read it. Go ahead. Act like you're grown. Act like you're grown.
Say it with your chest. 2 goth girls, 2 goths, 1 cowgirl. The sequel, at least that's not so bad. The sequel to 2 girls, burnt. Never mind. Yeah, don't get yourself banned, but we do appreciate the $5. Fallon is improving. She has more technical ability. Fallon's actually come a long way. And again, the new gimmick, the new attitude. And she's strong in the ring. There is no issue from me with her in-ring work.
I'm still not at all. I think she's one of the top stars. You and I believe, argued about Fallon getting called up versus Kiana James getting called up. And I still hold out. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, at the time, I understood why Kiana went up.
Right.
And I wish she didn't get hurt.
Or enhanced. But I still feel like we could end up with a crossover of Fallon Henley and Mickie James, being honest. I know I've said it for about 2 years now, but being honest.
2 girls, 1 knee pad. Or two knee pads, 1 girl.
Why are you entertaining this?
Bradley, I agree, buddy. I agree. They're unruly at times. Savages. 2 count. Fallon in control of Stephanie here, folks. Again, make sure you get in the chat. Don't be quiet. Don't be shy. Let us know what's on your mind. And we are rolling. Don't forget those super chats, super stickers. And we're here all night long. We'll see how long we stay around for. But we are off and running with a pretty solid match to open the show.
Right? Are they chanting, "Let's go, Vacker"?
Let's go, Stephanie.
Oh. They I don't know how to pronounce her last name.
Blockbuster. Sorry.
I said I don't know how to pronounce her last name properly.
Right. Are you not entertained?
Ooh.
Wow. Nice blockbuster going into the choke. The crowd cheering on Stephanie, trying to find a way back to her feet.
It's not even exactly a choke. It's like a weird full Nelson thing. Stephanie.
Hey.
Yeah, here we get the Bouye spot. The Bouye spot. Not to be confused with the Boumaye spot, but the Bouye spot. I was actually
thinking that. That's funny that you say it. How do you feel about commentary? Do Corey and Vic kind of sound the same? No, not to me, Lady B. I think the whole commentary situation is very intriguing right now.
Yeah. has it more shown Vic, and it could just be our personal taste or my personal taste, and listening to it the way that we do. He's very vanilla paced. We even said it last night when it was SmackDown, and it was Wade, and it ended up being Vic, and we're like, why couldn't you have just done Corey there? Oh wait, Corey's good enough that he'll outshine that, and actually sound like he should be there.
Oh, springboard cross body. The crowd goes wild. Yeah, I mean, again, to me, it was very telling to not see him put in that spot. Normally, that would be him.
Mm-hmm. Oh. I'm just Booker T on commentary.
Selling the shit out of it.
Yeah, but fuck off. Fucking Jasmine Nix and them just look down. Like, don't, oh my God, that's how we can help her. No, just give up hope. Just stop.
Right. Yeah, I don't know if that's Booker T might want to just mute his mic during that, would you?
I don't know. It depends on how Charmel feels about it. I'm just realizing even more. Jasmine and JC are just cosplaying Rhea from 2 different times in 2024.
Oh, Fallon follows into the corner with a back elbow. Good match. Oh, Steph returning the favor with a knee.
Well, that's the thing, though, is that with this match, it's getting Fallon over. It's not just, nice. I hit my finisher, 1, 2, 3, this match is over. No, you're going to earn for this. You're going to fight for this.
Nice sweep, then nice reversal by Stephanie. But Fallon, real cheeky, grabbing the foot.
Right. Oh. Kind of diving net breaker.
Not sure that went as planned.
I think it looked to me a lot more of like, if I'm actually in a fight, I might try and do that shit. Right. When you try and think you're going to hit an RKO, that's what that really looks like.
Right.
Fallon to her feet, but Stephanie getting pulled up.
Crowd clapping along, folks.
Booker's voice is killing it. Shuck it, duck it, quack, quack.
Right. Oh, grabbing the
dragon screw.
Wow.
Oh.
Meteora in the corner.
The tide has turned, says Vic Joseph. 1, 2.
Those.
Like, I get how Vic's all right and kind of good, but he also is just like, if you ever play the 2K games, he's Byron Saxton on commentary. He is just bland upon bland upon bland.
He calls it super straight.
He is the saltine cracker, I guess, pun intended, of commentary.
Right.
I don't know if you were saying wow to what I said or wow to the move.
The wow to the move. As we got an exploder from Fallon.
Whoa.
The care
package.
2. Oh no.
2 count. When did JC Jane become Mike Tyson?
Well,
in 2025, maybe Jake Paul at least, of just one punch knockout.
The power of the punch, folks.
But she didn't even have no knucks, no nothing.
Right.
She just got a killer right hand.
That was close. Booker T is horrible on commentary. I don't think so. I mean, everyone has their opinion. He doesn't bother me. I like his energy.
Absolutely. It's something different. Like, when Booker T is there, and I don't think it takes away from anything that's going on. And it's an individual voice.
Mm-hmm. And he makes me laugh.
Oh, she has rings on. Sorry, MDB.
Oh, Fallon up and over to the floor.
Ooh.
Good match to start off Vengeance Day, folks. She has rings on, Nick.
Yeah, well, and I like that they're making it a very competitive match as Stephanie's just taken out Fatal Influence right now. Just everybody eat a super kick. I just kick Stan.
Oh, Fallon missing with a kick of her own. Elbowed her in the back of the knee. Rude. Sockface or Booker T. Booker T's miles better than Sockface. Sockface is terrible. Oh.
So, like, pendulum knee buster there. Oh, and then off the top, body splash on all three women outside.
All the women down. NXT checks break out. A lot of receipts in this match.
Yeah, but how do you know they're receipts, or if just they make it look that good?
Right.
The world may never know.
Oh, there it is. Dropping her on the knee. Dragging her by the hair. Okay. Looks like Stephanie's in a good spot.
Oh. Is this the go-to women's finisher now? As a moon? Well, corkscrew. At least I was gonna say, is it a moonsault? Is it something off the top?
Stephanie gets a new North American Women's Champion, Nick. Yeah, huge move. I don't know what they call that, but my God, Stephanie emphatically wins.
Well, Vic Joseph, validation of a dream. I don't know if I want to go that far, but very much now there is a new caliber introduced into the NXT women's division.
Yes, they call that Spinal Tap. That's unreal.
Because it goes to 11?
Right. Vaquer. According to Vic, anyway.
Well, who cares about what Vic has to say, anyways?
Right. But yeah, Stephanie Vaquer, who just got to this company, hasn't been here long, gets her first singles title as a member of NXT. So congratulations to her. Big moment, big way to start off the show, and our first title change already.
Absolutely. I just wish they'd change the fucking font for like doing who won the match on the sides and everything. It feels like, let's give it up for Todd in marketing. Like, you're a multi-billion-dollar company at this point. You can't do nothing cooler.
Oh. 1-0.
Fucking Times New Roman ass.
That was our easiest 1-0 ever. Fair enough, Paulo. 1-0. Good evening, Stoner Jesus. May the blood be with you.
Right.
Stephanie Vaquer is the new NXT Women's North American Champion. Ronan, facts. So I'm getting a package for Elimination Chamber.
Yes. And it made the most sense. And it was still a fantastic match. It still worked really well. Kept everybody looking strong. And it still made it seem like Fallon could get a lick back, could get a challenge back, at least at that, and still be a solid match.
Yeah. But a very strong performance. Stephanie looks like a badass, takes out all three members at one point. And again, looked very strong, very dominant, and good for her. Oh,
absolutely.
As I got the Boars of Anarchy.
Oh, I have a Botox commercial. Welcome to America. To where it just straight up says Botox. Like, what?
Right.
Well, what is going on with the Snores of Anarchy, sir?
I don't know. Again, this was kind of thrown together,
sorry. I thought you had them on your screen, like actually showing up and everything. I thought you had
they are literally just like
commercial.
They're just like telling the story of how they came to be. So yeah, Briggs goes over to Noah, comes back with a friend, and here we go.
Fair enough. Yeah, It feels like a trailer for a shitty series.
They cannot touch. Is there any way that these two guys win?
No. I
No.
don't buy them as a tag team, let alone fucking winning. I don't even like that they're here. I don't like that they're in this match. I would have taken out the mud for like fucking Hank and Tank or anything. Like there's XYZ tag teams that could have been here versus Briggs, I think, is just here because, hey, you remember Josh Briggs? Good, because we didn't either.
Well, and it's interesting because now Jensen doing his thing with Spears. So I mean, it's very interesting.
Does that become a crossover that no one wants?
No, the crossover how?
They have a connection as a tag team. You have a faction, say Sans tag team, what have you. Like they get involved in tag team match, what have you.
I don't know if there's any real indication or idea that that would be a thing yet. Anyway, I mean, if Spears wants Jensen and his new partner to go after tag belts, yeah, maybe there would be a little bit of a confrontation at some point, being both in the tag team division. So, yeah, maybe Yoshi Splash to win. I hope we get a Yoshi Splash tonight. To be honest, though,
what in the Mario Party?
Right? Punk on LFG. Plus, I just got a commercial for Evolve on Tubi. Tubi or not Tubi?
That is the only wrestling question, folks.
Mega.
Whether it is nobler to see yourself lose ratings on Time Warner Television or to go to free television.
Right. How do you want to do this? But I'm curious. We're getting a TikTok from Sol Ruka.
Oh. I like the little odd couple gimmick that they're doing with Zarya and Sol.
Well, look,
like we're out here and like respectfully, isn't Zarya from Australia? Like you're gonna tell me the one that has a country of beaches doesn't know how to do shit on a beach?
Right.
You son of a beach.
Zaruka in the house.
Yeah, this feels like preppy Australian versus like with goth Australia. This is Oz that no in wrestling here. I'll show you how to be popular.
Brother Fluff Salisbury, thank you so much for the super chat. Yeah, T's and P's, my friend. But yeah, we are incredibly sorry to hear that. Thank you for popping in. If we can help take your mind off things or just keep you company. But yeah, thoughts and prayers, my guy. I'm sure it's been a rough day for sure.
Yeah, I feel like an asshole now talking about Zarya and Sol Ruka now with that pulled up on the screen, but
right,
absolutely my eye of 100%. I don't want to try and act like I can sympathize with it because I haven't been there. I've maybe been close to there, but yeah, T's and P's, my guy.
Absolutely.
They really came out with smoking scopes.
So the tag team match is next. So they did kind of sell us on it, but let us know who you taking. Are you taking Fraxium or Briggs and Yosh?
What? I hate to pivot, but pivots need to be pivoted. But what in the Papa Shango bullshit is on his fucking shoulder right now?
Yeah, I don't know what's happening, but I'm gonna go find out. I'll be right back.
Yeah, you go investigate what happened with that. There, as KJ's taking a pause for the cause, but again, brother Fluff, appreciate that you even took the time dealing with all of that to pop in and say hi. But yeah, T's and P's, my guy. Respect, absolutely. But Fraxium for the win. I'm very going to be interesting to pivot to a show past that, but yeah. Spaz, the makeup stays on, says whoever's bopping Zarya. Hey, sometimes you just got to stay on fleek, my guy. I dig it with Zarya. I know I called her Zoltan and all of that, but I dig Zarya. I dig who she is as a wrestler versus the goddamn maybe kind of stupid name. But we've got Axiom and Frazier taking on Yoshi and Briggs. Briggs and Yoshi. Is that the better way to say it? But we've got the NXT tag titles on the line, folks. So again, let me know who you taking. I hate these small entrances. I don't mind it. Again, this is still as much as NXT. NXT's in this in between of NXT is like if Dynamite and Ring of Honor had the child they wanted to have versus the child they had called Collision, of that it is still a bit developmental, as even Frazier's out here with the Rip Hamilton mask on. What is happening with noses in NXT? Facial issues is a problem in NXT, but you have it still an adequate size venue, smaller venue. You get the crowd hype. It feels more authentic, more genuine and everything. And especially with it being NXT versus this isn't a Monday Night Raw. This isn't a Friday Night SmackDown. As Yoshi already fell too fast. He fell before the DDT happened. But that's the thing is this, you get a little bit more of a forgivable audience and a little bit more fitting audience because it's still NXT. I know at times it blurs the lines between third brand and developmental, and that's what's meant to happen. But yeah, I think this works pretty perfectly. Did Briggs go to Spirit Halloween? Maybe. Fraxium. Axiom. I like the skull on Briggs' back. Why, Damon? Why? Explain. Yes, the predictions have been closed. If you aren't reading the chat, then you're disposed. I don't know. You had to look at a time. I want to be in the ring when it happens. What happens? What? I want a bigger entrance from the wrestlers. I don't. Again, it's the venue and everything, and sometimes having just the kind of the smaller Titantron, which I still can't get past the McMahon era calling it the Titantron. But when you have it, as a smaller kind of venue, and that's really, you go back to like that almost 80s style entranceway and everything. That's, I feel, a little bit what it works. Like it makes it interesting because it's not the everyday thing. It's unique in that aspect. As Briggs is just wearing out Axiom right now. And again, no shot at Briggs. Briggs is a guy who I thought could be, should be, may have been towards, North American title, all of that and everything. Now, granted, he's out here in the very much Kevin Nash type gear. But Briggs is a guy that I could feel be in your mid-card to upper mid-card. Remember, what was it? Last Stand and Deliver. It was the match of, it was him, Dijak, and Oba that had arguably match of NXT, could be at least in top 5 match of the weekend and everything with their match. So Briggs can go, and that's a bit why I'm sad that they let Dijak go, but the tag team thing to me of, I just don't get Yoshi, and I don't get why it's a thing, why I'm supposed to like it as a thing, why I'm supposed to accept it as a thing, why it's supposed to work, because it don't. Yeah. Elbow pads are just knee pads for your arms. Also, breaking news, water is wet. Why did they cut to a random dude that looked like he was sponsored by Slim Jim? I dig his mohawk. That's the only thing he might have going for him, I guess. I don't know. Like, respectfully, he's got a more of a similar physique to myself than anyone else in this ring. And that's maybe an issue. Now, granted, one of my favorites, Eddie Kingston. Again, similar body type, but still, I have not had any reason to give a sugar honey iced tea about Yoshi at all. That's the two-face haircut. What? Briggs, Dieback, and Oba Dijak was NXT match of the year. Well, there you go, Paul. I can see how you could get to that conclusion, but that's why I'm saying to where there's no issue with Briggs. Like, honestly, if Briggs had any other tag team partner, and I damn near almost do mean any other tag team partner, this match would be a bit more believable. Like, if this was still Briggs and Jensen, honestly, if this was still Briggs and Jensen, and you run them like the fucking Outlaws, you run them of, I hate this company, you ain't booking us worth a goddamn, you combine Briggs leaving with what they did with Nost Malone of his viral stuff of I got fired and I'm just trying to fight back for a job, that's a fucking hell of a tag team that you have right there. That's, again, your outsiders. But I digress. As kind of fell short on the 450 leg drop after the frog splash from Axiom for a 2 count still. Again, this whole match a bit feels like we just need to beat Briggs. We don't need to beat Yoshi. We just need to beat Briggs and not beat ourselves. Speaking of beating ourselves, I don't know, but Spaz with another $10 super chat. Appreciate you, my guy. Of Yoshi escaped Mario to team with Butcher from the boys and steal gold from Robin after Batman gave him the days off and the long lost fourth Hanson brother. Respectfully, love both teams. There you go. You got there. You got there with your fan fiction. You got there. As Fraser just barely broke up the count. Just barely broke it up. Mike, MDB, shout out MDB. 1, 2, 3. Thankfully, we did not see. Google Translate, please. 5. As we're getting a "This is awesome" chant as Yoshi's going up to the top rope. Oh, we're going to get the Yoshi wind-up splash. Oh, Axiom with a step-up and Zaguri to counter it. As Frazier dumped out Briggs, but, oh, Briggs, you can, fuck off, man. You can still see. Is that a Spanish fly when it's from a Spaniard, or is it just a fly as Axiom or as Frazier going up top? Oh, Briggs setting up for the super duper choke slam. This would have worked if I didn't see Briggs looking at the ring 4 times before trying to call a spot as he choke slams Frazier into Axiom as all 4 men down. As hell of a sequence, hell of a moment. Very much getting excited for Vengeance Day. I wish it was different opponents. Oh, step up in Zaguri. Yes, I see 80 people kicking it with us, by the way. Let's see if we can get it up to 20 more people here. Let's see if we can get the triple digits here. We've been tiptoeing with it a little bit. We've been around that block a time or two. So let's see if we can get, low 22 or 2. See if we can get the triple digits. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I think Briggs is underrated, absolutely. As Yoshi, no fucking way Yoshi wins this. I swear to, oh, thank you, Nathan, for, he's got both men. He's got Axiom in a kind of crossbody-ish spot, and he's got Frazier choking him.
Speaking of choking him.
Pause.
Dude, this is early candidate for like match of the night, tag match of the year. Like, this match is fucking cooking.
I wish I gave a shit about the other.
I don't care about who's in it, man. They're burning this fucking match. Like, the fact that I don't know much too about Yoshi, to me doesn't make the match any like. I mean, the match is unbelievable. Yoshi showed up, showed out. Briggs looks like Diesel, but what a match this has been.
Could you do Briggs and Jensen
No,
Outsiders 2.0?
No, they're done. He's with Spears.
Oh, fantasy book, you fuck.
No. They all do it.
No fucking way. Yeah, everybody move from the Yoshi splash.
Oh, Yoshi splash is my favorite splash in wrestling.
I hate that he has to charge it. Why the fuck do you have to charge a splash? Yeah, seriously.
Yes, that's exactly why. That's true. Facts, MDV. I didn't want to miss the Yoshi splash.
You missed one. He missed one.
Oh, wow. Missile dropkick leg sweep.
That is perfect because that is their version of, to quote Joey Styles, total elimination. Total elimination. That was the sweeping leg drop with the missile drop kick. All that was replaced was the step up enziguri with the missile drop kick. That was total elimination.
Amazing match. Fans on their feet. The champions retain. The champions continue to bang out banger after banger after banger. I know we're not the biggest fans of Yoshi and Briggs. They kind of got thrown at us, but they delivered tonight. That was a fun match. The right team won, as far as I'm concerned. But Briggs and Yoshi look good.
But to me, I'm chalking it up more to, I feel this is Axiom and Frazier showed up why they are the best tag team right now in pro wrestling in 2025, because they had a match with almost literally a mop and a broomstick and somehow made it a fucking 5-star match. They convinced you, a guy who watches all the wrestling, that
wait a minute.
Why? Oh, the pressure. And this works. This is fuck you. This is Nexus. We're taking over.
Lennox, yeah, we got Lennox for sure. So as expected,
through the barricade. Dion's the fucking leader. What the hell's going on? Fucking these men.
There we go, folks.
Shout out the one dude. Shout out, what was the sugar that's out there? Like, I don't give a shit at this point with the bandana shit.
Right.
We don't know their reason. We don't know their rhyme, but they stopped in to do a crime.
As everybody gets taken out by this new crew. Yeah, I mean, they confirm at least it's Lennox. We know the other names again.
They tried so hard to keep them quiet and not have that shit slip down, and then you got one that's like, fuck it.
Right. But hey, they came in with some energy. They're going after apparently the tag team division. So amen, man. This tag team division's already cooking. I'm in for this. But yeah, new faction alert in a big way, folks.
And I like that because we didn't know how, where, when, or why they would have shown up. And that completely off guard of we were talking about something else. And then all of a sudden, hey, holy they all pop out. They destroy everything. They run off. They were all trying to keep their mask up as much as they could, except for one, but yeah.
But yeah, man. So I'm getting a little commercial here for some of the WWE programming and LFG. But yeah, Axiom and Frazier retain their titles. A hell of a match with Briggs and Yoshi. And then it turns around and goes the other way as the new faction, the unnamed faction, is here.
I like that because if you look at it from how I viewed it, it was a match very much led by Fraxium and everything like that. And they're still, you knew who was going to win it and everything. Well, now you've got a whole new avenue. You've got a whole new force that you have to deal with.
Right.
If you view it like how you brought it up of, it was a good tag match. It was a good angle and everything. As yes, we got the cage match, but I'll say this real quick of, so you're capitalizing on the momentum of that, of everyone's paying attention. Everyone's excited for that. And then you have the faction show up and, kind of seep that moment in.
Absolutely, absolutely. As they're giving us a replay of what happened to Tony. Stack's not happy, and he's kind of putting a lot of the blame on Tony, seemingly not happy with Tony getting duped.
You shut your ass up, Michael.
He's saying Spears and the crew are gonna pay. They're gonna pay.
I'm taking care of this myself. He is the fucking Michael in the goddamn or Christopher, sorry, the Christopher in Sopranos. I don't know if you're throwing your hands up at me or the comment. He's talking to nobody.
He's talking to us. So the thing that we're teasing is we don't never heard of any of them. Yeah, but that's the point. That's how you debut somebody. Like Boston, how else do we get to know somebody if they never use nobody? Yeah, I don't think it's lame at all. I think it's something new. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, I knew so many people in the Nexus before they debuted. I was a huge Wade Bear fan. Like, right. I knew exactly what he was like. No, fuck off. That's how you debut people.
I think we might be getting Ethan and Javon. Oh, Eddie and Trick next.
Strap match. No coming back after 9.
All right, so Eddie going to take on Trick Williams in a strap match up next, folks. This one should be very interesting. I do think the outcome might be pretty easy to kind of grab on this one, but we could be surprised.
Yes, I believe it is Trick, but I will strap on and strap in a moment here.
Trick and Eddie, get your votes in as we get the hype package for the match. Who you taking? Remember, you got to the ding ding to let us know how do you feel about this match. And good luck to all involved, folks. But yeah, strap match, Trick Williams, Eddie. I like this. You're keeping Trick busy. Eddie's on the come up. Eddie's been pretty good over the last few weeks, ever since he kind of changed his attitude a little bit, got a little more serious, which I appreciated. And ultimately, this should be a very solid match. Tag match, absolutely cooked. I thought Stephanie and Fallon was a solid match. Big win, title change. And then you follow it up with that outstanding tag match. We get the surprise introduction of the new team. And then beyond that, we head into a strap match now. So Vengeance Day on a roll to start off this one. Got Trick for the win. Whoop that Trick. That's what she said. Pause, says Big Dog. Trick wins. No, I'm shitting on them, teasing something like that for it, but literally nobody's. Wait, I don't. Again, what you're saying makes no sense to me. You're bringing in a brand new faction, so you do a couple teasers so people are intrigued by who could this be, and then you introduce them. So I think you're out to lunch, bud. Sonya Deville's favorite match. Oh, bro. Come on, bro. Trick wins. Time to whoop that Trick, not just metaphorically, but literally. Yeah, we're going to see how this one plays out. It could turn into something big. Yeah, I mean, again, like when the Shield came running out, unless you were watching NXT actively, people didn't know who they were. When Nexus debuted, you didn't know who they were. Again, like you have to kind of have that impact. There are teases. You kind of want to build something up, and I think, all right, let's see what this is. Do we get more aggressive Trick? You're gonna have to, Jose. He's gonna have to show a little more edge in this match. So we will see. Trick wins. Y'all, please excuse the gamer from Boston. He's overdosing on the haterade and hater chips, apparently. Big Dog laying down some facts. Some truths. I think NXT should push Eddie. I mean, they've done well with Eddie. Eddie coming back with the attitude, the ruse of getting a title shot based on the beating that he gave himself. Yeah, I mean, it's been good. Coming back, messing with Trick. It's a solid upper mid-card rivalry. I think it works right down the board. Bet they go something with NIL for a new stable name. Well, it'll be interesting because they're coming out of like Evolve and such, so maybe they do play it up. But at the end of the day, I'm curious. They've piqued my interest. Trick for the win. Whoop that Trick. Sorry, fam. I couldn't help myself. Never be sorry. The following contest, get your predictions in, folks. 87% of the chat is taking Trick, 13 for Eddie. So there you go. There you go. All right. So Big Dog, it's cool if you cry out all the times, but yeah, no. Listen. I think you're way off base on this one. KJ, I don't know. You were kind of wrong. We did know who Nexus was. We did know who Retribution was. We don't know who these are. No, again, we didn't really know. Remember, we didn't know who Retribution was in the beginning for sure. And again, they were still up and comers. Nobody really established. Again, I have no problem with introducing a team. Like I don't know what you're supposed to do. Are you only allowed to tease people we already know? Like, to me, this is not any different than vignettes we've gotten for other introductions. Even like Zarya, when you brought Zarya in, we got these little teasers. You're going to say, well, we knew Zarya. Well, we knew Zarya, but did the audience at large know Zarya? No, not even the same name. So again, I think there's nothing wrong with this. And I wasn't expecting like a known faction at all. Like we kind of out of the gate had an idea that Dion Lennox was going to be involved. I'm not surprised by it at all. And I don't think this is a mistake in any way, shape, or form. You guys not knowing who these guys are? Well, what if I said I did and it works perfectly for me? I don't know. Again, I think you're wrong. Trick for the win. I like what HBK is doing with Eddie. Absolutely. Eddie's done well, and the crowd goes loud for Trick Williams. Did we really know who anybody was until they debuted on NXT? Or yeah, exactly, right? Like, you got to remember, the first time the lights went out and came back on and the Wyatts were standing there, people had to piece together who they were, right? Like I said, the Shield, anybody that's debuted, that you've brought somebody in. We've seen some type of preview, some type of tease. Yeah, I don't know how else. How do you make something brand new feel kind of interesting? What would you have done differently? How about that question? Trick for the win. I never seen Zarya until she debuted. Exactly, right? And they teased her a couple times. Like, they gave us these little videos, and then there she was. And you're like, I don't know who she is, but I'm interested. That's what they did with these four guys. Nobody promised anything bigger than this. Like, what did you expect? The Undisputed Kingdom returning? But we are off and running. I do believe both men are strapped together, folks. Last call on your predictions. No, we don't have the strap on yet. I made that up. Okay, fine. Everybody loves everybody. Everybody love everybody. I don't know about this match for my delegation. Strap match during Polo. I don't know if that was even something considered, but I don't know, my guy. Yeah, that's a tough one for me to answer. Trick for the win. Hope we see Starks here. Trick and Starks would be great. Very interesting. As we are finally getting the strap on. You heard me. In fiction, the character's entrance defines who they are. For the audience, are they strong or weak? Chaotic or principled? What is their motivation or tactics to achieve that goal? Is that in the fact of the characters? I mean, again, I think all of the above, C Money. I completely agree with your sentiment. You're setting a tone, right? So, yeah. But there you go. Trick is the one that straps Eddie in. Yeah, not just official now. Trick for the win. It's on now. I'm not okay with this match, KJ, but I can't speak for everybody. I am okay. You know what? I just think of things in a different context, I guess. MDB gonna get me in trouble up here by accident. But Eddie rolls to the outside, Trick to the other side, and he gets yanked into that ring post. I would love to see Trick Ricky Starks match before Trick Williams is called up. Potentially, again, maybe a nice place for Ricky to start. Maybe Ricky goes over Trick as Trick is heading out. But big right hand by Trick. Eddie down. Mike TV, I see yours. Yeah. You get me in trouble, bro. I'm in a no-win situation. All I can say is enjoy the wrestling, folks. That's all I got. Ooh. Trick coming off the top in a rough way. But let us know, folks, how you feeling. 80% of the chat taking Trick Williams. Interesting. Yes, please, God, please. Oh, Eddie Thorpe wrapping up Trick's legs and stomping away. It's a cover. It's cover, Smile Mark. I love that the new group made a statement. That's how you introduce a new faction. I'm with you, Damien, 100%. Again, they never gave us any answers. We don't know the name of the group. We don't know what the names of the actual individuals are going to be. I know we can surmise who they are, but what are they going to be called in this company? And what are they planning to do? Going after the tag champs is a emphatic statement. I think commentary put them over huge. Now it's up to them to carry the ball. Oh, Trick missing the kick. And Eddie to the back. Trick feeling that one as he gets dumped out to the floor. Oh, Eddie taking it to Trick Williams right now. I'm not sure what the fans are chanting at the moment. It's Vengeance Day. Obviously, Trick going to get his here. Oh, for sure. Eddie, win or lose, is not going to go through this unscathed, right? So. Oh, Trick firing up. Eddie into the table. Big chop. Backing him off. Outside of the ring, folks. I just realized why the AW Afterbird segment sucks so much. Commentary doesn't add to it. That's a part of it. And we talked about it. The no sense of urgency when you're allowed, like when there's nobody, no friends, no coworkers, no management, no security, no ring bell. You're watching like a 7-minute beatdown. It takes the luster off it. I think creating urgency, setting a tone, making it feel chaotic. That's where your money is. And then the commentary team's too busy, either circle jerking each other or talking about next week's shit. Like the commentary in AEW is lacking hard. Like it's a big sore on the side of AEW. As Eddie's pulling Trick into the post. I like having fresh faces in NXT. Not everyone needs to be a retread. Well, again, you're going to get that a lot with NXT. You're going to have people from Evolve. You're going to have people from the NIL program. You're going to have people like Oba. We didn't have a clue who Oba was. One night he just walked out. Like that, we got to remember that. Like we are going to get introductions to talent we've never heard of, never seen, and they're going to have to find creative ways to bring them in. Now, will every person or faction or tag team that come in get little tricky, secretive vignettes? No, some will have an angle tied to it. Some will just show up. So that's what we got to keep in mind when you bring in somebody. I mean, again, we didn't know Oba at all. We didn't know, some of us kind of knew A-Kid a little bit. Nathan Frazier, relatively unknown. A lot of these people at some point were unknowns. Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, Sammy, we love them now, but in the WWE universe, roll up. They were all unknowns. Speaking of unknowns
and just showing up. Hi, my guy.
Oba's a beast.
Absolutely. Well, I have a thought and a theory and a question and a query of, was the faction debut not that big of a surprise because we're going to get a bigger surprise later on?
Quite possibly. I mean, again, I think they said they were going to show up on this show. We were wondered where. I think them taking out the tag champs is not a bad shout, especially with so much focus on the tag champs. So yeah,
Right.
maybe. I mean, if you got other things up your sleeve, but I think more than anything else, this was just a planned introduction of new members to the roster. Like, I think that's ultimately what the goal was.
Yeah, but we don't know who those members are outside of Sugar, who sat there and just said, "Fuck the mask."
Right. Bradley being generous again, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Absolutely. As Trick firing up right behind Eddie of, no, not today.
Oh, double leg into the corner.
So is this the old school, you got to touch four corners, or
No,
is this
pinfall.
just the pinfall?
Pinfall, sir.
Ah, fair enough.
So
Ooh.
Nick Bray receiving a membership from Bradley. Bradley, once again, thank you for your generosity and support here at the channel. We do greatly appreciate it. Happy Daytona.
Happy Daytona 500 weekend.
It's Vengeance Day weekend. What are we doing?
Is this when I do the Ricky Bobby of I don't know what to do with my hands. I don't know what to do with my hands. If you're not first, you're last.
I'm going fast.
They're making a left turn. Oh, look, another left turn.
Right. We get some W's in the chat for Brad. Let's go. Let's go.
Absolutely.
Give Brad some love.
Ooh. Bookend, rock bottom there from Trick on to Eddie. Eddie's still been very solid in all of this. Like, Eddie's gone from a mid-card, maybe upper mid-card guy.
Yep. Yeah, he went from obscurity to kind of finding a groove. He's done really well. It's this crossface.
Cope wants his spot back.
Yeah, Trick ain't having it. This has been a solid match, man. I said we came off a title change with Fallon and Steph into that surprisingly awesome tag match, followed by this strap match. We're in a good groove right now with Vengeance Day here tonight.
Absolutely, absolutely. As Eddie with the rope break now, I know if you're going to say it's pinfall, isn't still a strap match kind of no DQ, so the rope break shouldn't matter, but I digress on the rules.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that take. It's a little surprising that you can have a rope break, but hey, we'll take it. NASCAR is a sport that's easy to watch when you're hammered. Nick and I are going to sponsor a NASCAR.
I won't lie. I actually have a NASCAR game and I actually play it. I've been playing it recently. And for a while, the car that I drove was black and green, as close as I could get to our colors. Yeah.
Oh, Eddie getting whooped. Holy shit.
Whoop that Thorpe. Whoop that Thorpe.
Thorpe is getting beat like a government mule.
Bro, could you imagine though? Now you just got me thinking of like Sparky Plug, or like, remember when like Nitro had a NASCAR car and everything? If we ever got like, even in like some bullshit minor league thing, if there was a Wrestling for Life race car, motherfucker, oh yeah,
right. I remember seeing the WCW monster truck in person live.
Christ, Goldberg had his own monster truck in the monster truck league and everything.
Right. No, Gravedigger. Oh, big knee.
That's the only monster truck anyone remembers. That in Bigfoot. Because
the
fact that there was a monster truck league is just America.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure there was a Hulkster one too.
Oh, we don't talk about Hulk.
We don't talk about him. But Trick rolling Thorpe back into the ring. Solid match happening right now, folks. Big boo by Eddie.
And this is, though, still what I thought was going to hopefully happen with this card is, you know, the outcome, but they still deliver.
Oh, low blow.
Lash and Jackson don't know what to do with them twigs and berries anymore right now. Them's berries been split.
Right. MDB, I see your joke about the trick move. Oh,
Eddie won.
Wow, big win for Eddie.
What the just happened?
I want to see L's in those chats, folks. Don't be lying to me on those predictions.
Yeah, I gotta see a lot of 2-1s to 3-1s, what have yous. But yeah, no one. Did you take Eddie? I think you took Eddie.
I took Eddie on the prediction show. Yeah.
Yes.
I think.
I was gonna say you're trying to run away from me giving you credit, sir.
I wondered if Eddie could pull it off because Eddie's kind of hanging around, right? But look, people are shocked.
Yeah. Well, because you expect, especially Trick Williams, former world champion, all of that, supposed to be kind of the guy in NXT, now takes an L to Eddie, which maybe this ain't done. Is this the feud going forward? Do you add a, absolute into this?
Maybe. I'm trying to confirm if Damien's saying he's 3-0. I'm trying to find his prediction here. I'm verifying on the fly.
Well, just in case. Why the fuck you lie?
Right.
Not saying you are, Damien, but just in case. As we got LFG and my guy, why do they not just call this Tough Enough? Like, I resonate more with the branding of Tough Enough, and this is more of what this is than LFG. Like, this more feels like we're gonna call it LFG because nudge nudge wink wink. It's let's fucking go. It's like when Russo named TNA because of
Yeah. Yes and no. I mean, to an extent, yes. But to the point, I mean, again, I think it's smart. Sounds cool. And again, I'm curious enough to take a peek and see what it looks like. As I'm getting a package for Evolve right now.
And we may have to discuss this more off stage and everything like that, or off air, of if we're going to regularly cover Evolve or anything like that. Because it's going to be interesting, though, because it's going to go toe-to-toe with Dynamite.
Right. It'd be very interesting. But verify.
Yes.
Who the match?
The match.
Right. Well, we are on the sky view of Washington right now, folks.
Well, so we've got Cora Jade warming up. We've got to make sure that chest is spread out. Pause. Bailey's stretching, but we've still got the women's fatal 4-way left. We've got the men's triple threat, and Javon, Ethan Page, I think, are the only 3 left.
Yeah, I think Javon Ethan would be next. Oh, we got a Ricky replay.
Yeah.
People, the guy right to his right, losing his mind.
But again, this feels so much to me. You know who I am, but you don't know why I'm here.
Right.
All this man was missing was a lot more denim.
Right. Who won the match? Eddie Thorpe won the match.
Surprisingly, a shed.
I'm here, right?
Have you seen the smash cut of Kendrick's halftime show and this? Yeah. And it's just like, it fits too well. Hey, we got a Ricky.
All right.
Why you here?
Right.
Are you in Australia?
Right.
You got a cage behind you. Or at the zoo.
He's going to be signing his contract on Tuesday.
Hey.
Make it feel big.
Milk the moment.
Yeah.
Milk that teat for all it's got. Pause.
All right. We get 25 cent Javon Evans taking on Ethan Page.
Many Canadians wish death upon me.
But I'm actually looking forward to this match, Nick. I think it's going to surprise us.
I still hold out that this could end up sealing the show. that this could really,
Okay.
and on a show that's been a show of shows of nothing has really delivered. You can, like, even with how much I didn't like, Briggs beat in that match and everything. If you go into it unjaded, unfiltered, and everything, it's a solid match. Of everything so far has been great. I think this just might be greater.
Yeah, I mean, again, I'd be thrilled if this match was better than that match.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, let's go. I want to see these guys tear it down. Evans wins, Ethan wins, Ethan wins. I apologize for that comment earlier, KJ. I was just being sarcastic. Oh, no sweat, Ryan. Jokes. No sweat, Ryan.
Oh, fair enough. I don't know what we're saying, but we're moving on. But it seems like a split audience, a split decision here.
Chat right now, 60% for Javon. So a handful have taken nobody, but Javon's the favorite at 60.
Closest decision we've had so far?
Maybe.
I feel like everything else has been at minimum like an 80.
Yeah, you're kind of Stephanie heavy favorite, Braxium heavy favorite. So yeah, this would be the lowest.
Well, Christ, this is even split between you and I.
For sure. Shattered his jaw.
To the wire, to the limit, to the wall. Now, do we see one Canadian wrestling headwear bald superstar show up here in this moment, in this match?
I'd love to see it. Man. If nothing else, for the haha to the dirt sheets. Like, literally on Friday, you report that he's going to AEW, and then Saturday he shows up at NXT. It'd be like perfect.
Does your leaf hang low? Does it wobble to and fro? Tied in a knot? Can you tie it in a bow?
But ladies and gentlemen, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I'm just going to say, get those predictions in at the ding ding. We will close them up, and good luck. But get your pick in. Who you taking in this one?
Yeah, well, MDB mentioned, they said Josh Alexander's going to Ring of Honor. I have not seen that, but again, so the rumor out there is that he's signing with AEW again, but you have Speedball Mike Bailey, who was locked in allegedly for that, and I've seen credible, or at least I'll say more prominent wrestling sources sit there and say, but what if he shows up on NXT tonight? But wait, I thought he was an AEW guy.
Right.
Oh, that's right. He's never put pen to paper. It's the same thing like we saw with Motor City they were all but signed, sealed, and delivered, especially to our favorite, Maeve Deltzer, that they were showing up in AEW. And they clearly did not. So I'll believe this when I see it.
Yeah, again, I've said it for a long time. Until I see the person walk through the curtain, I don't buy it. I don't trust this. Like Triple H said, from a friend of a friend of a friend of a friend, as we are getting the entrance for Ethan Page.
Absolutely. I realized I was saying Ricky Starks right there in this code. Absolutely. But
how do you feel about Ricky Starks comes on and lets everyone know I'm signing my official contract on Tuesday. They're making the signing of this gentleman a big deal. They're making him feel like a desired free agent. How do you feel about it?
You milk every bit of this that you can of 100%. Now you're going to add, I don't want to say it, I'll say 10,000 maybe could be a number that you add to your regular NXT Tuesday viewership, just because you're throwing out there, hey, for a fact, Ricky Starks will be here and is going to be assigning his NXT contract. So normally in a contract signing, what's going to happen?
Right. Yeah, there's always something. There's something like, generally it's not just easy peasy.
Well, and you also, like I said, you announced he's going to be there. He showed up on Tuesday this week. That was completely off guard. We speculated, perceived that he may have been here tonight in some aspect. Now they're officially announcing that name fully decided. Ricky Starks will be on NXT this Tuesday. Now you've turned it into can't miss. a bit. Now you know he'll be there and you need to tune in because the revolution will be televised.
Yeah, you ride the buzz. You ride the buzz and you get you maximize it. And again, you want Ricky to feel, you want, Penta felt special coming in. We've seen what they've done with Jade. They've done a really good job of, if we're going to introduce you and we feel like you're at that level to be introduced, even the guy like, Javon.
Page had to bump himself because Javon just hop, skip, and a jump like a fucking, you're throwing a flat rock across the lake right
Look
there.
at this.
Lily padded.
Holy shit. Okay. We're off and running, folks. Predictions are now closed. Good luck to
this
everybody.
Man really got his mouth wired shut. He don't give a fuck.
Yeah, that was unbelievable. So yeah, Javon 65%, Ethan 26, nobody 8.
Jeez, this man is just whooping, and I do mean whooping, not whooping, not anything like that, because he's sitting there throwing a water bottle. I'm just get the fuck out of my way so I can punch this man some more.
Right. 63 days away from NXT Stand and Deliver and WrestleMania. We cannot wait, Ronan. Our annual Mania marathons. We're looking forward to it. We're about to put in some minutes.
But that's so crazy to think, because even when you look at like Rumble, Mania felt so far away, and now we're like on the doorstep almost.
Right. 2 months.
We're on that exit on the highway coming up of next exit to Vegas, to WrestleMania 41.
Right.
His mouth isn't wired shut, but he's got the biggest mouth guards I've ever fucking seen.
Right.
He got the biggest veneers I've ever seen.
Looks like he borrowed his big brother's mouth guard.
He got fake teeth in so they could get kicked out. Yeah, Javon is just like extra bouncy. Like, there's human beings that have ups and springs, and this man got springs and things.
It's insane. Again, we talk about a guy like Montez Ford that seems to fly, but Javon just feels like he has no relationship with gravity.
Speaking of a man that might not have a relationship with gravity, here's a guy that's actually I've seen slightly thrown out. That is a free agent that no one's talking about because he's not from the big two. It is Kevin Knight. If he were to show up,
Kevin Knight's good. I mean, Kevin Knight would be a guy that would fit into NXT so well. Again, like what spawns this is the conversation of, even like a Leon Slater. They're all kind of in that ilk where two. Do you put them in with Javon Evans, or you really start to create the ability?
Division.
Yeah, no doubt.
Light heavyweight.
Yeah, but
you got bouncing out
flying through the air.
Right.
Is there any chance we get Josh? There's always a chance. I don't know. I really don't, man. I'd be shocked.
Oh, cut him on the springboard cutter.
Oh, ducks under. Is there any chance we get Josh Alexander? Evan told Isaac Newton to bounce.
Yeah, go gravity, bitch. I still think that there could be a strong case, and I think it is balls across the face for certain spiteful reporters, I'll put it that way, unintended, of if he shows up and, hey, you got fed bullshit and you reported bullshit.
Right. Javon all over Ethan right now. Evans got that one. Do we ever get a cruiserweight? Yeah, I mean, Polo, we've talked about that for a long time. I feel like now there really is an opportunity to give,
bitch.
That does totally give an opportunity to pull that off. And especially with all this extra content and TV time, I think you could pull it off no problem. As he's stepping on his head.
Yo, like I said, he gonna crack. Oh, dodges out the last thing I was gonna say. That would split your skull like a fucking melon.
Right.
Um,
Oh,
cruiserweight title, light heavyweight title on Evolve. Like, could you be that? Like, does Evolve move away from Speed? Like, does Speed become obsolete?
I don't think Speed. I think they're going to continue to do those
And granted,
one-off.
Speed never mattered, but yeah.
Yeah, I think that it's inconsequential. I think at the end of the day, we just one has nothing to do with the other. We got blood. Do we got blood?
Ethan might have a thing on the side. Do you
He's
see
just
an Evolve?
that ankle.
An Evolve NXT crossover like we've talked about with the TNA NXT crossover?
No time soon. I think they really want to give the opportunity. Again, I think if you have kind of like what we saw with the faction that's coming in, right? If you have a handful of guys, whether it's the ID or Evolve, that you feel are ready, yeah, I think there's an opportunity for a little bit of crossover.
Yeah, Ethan Page out here looking like Tony Khan after a bender because he's got all of the fucking busted nose.
Ethan got a bloody nose. Ethan working the ankle, working the foot of Javon Evans.
Now, are you surprised with that when the whole angle going into this was the guy's got a mouth wired shut? Why am I not doing a crossface? Why am I not digging at this?
Well, because it's healed. His jaw's good again, but work the leg so you ground him. He's grounding him. That's all.
Is it really healed? This man's got a mouth guard like he's swallowing a fucking pack of marshmallows. He's got the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man stuck in his mouth.
Right. All egos leaking. Javon really knows how to sell. I mean, I'm really impressed with this young man. Really impressed.
Yeah, he's a guy that he's still got to be probably either at 21 or under 21 now, and is one of the blue chips in pro wrestling. Like it's so crazy to me to think about when Ring of Honor was coming back and we talked about all of the blue chips that Tony signed with Blake Christian, with Billy Starks, etc. And I don't know, those blue chips might have turned, red, green, or black by now. They might have lost their value a bit.
Oh, huge power slam. 2.
Oh, and again, like you said, right back to the ankle.
Right. He's taking away his bounce, Nick. There you go. Can we get Moose in the main event to challenge Oba? Again, I mean, it's always harder to get the bigger names involved because then you got to work out how it's going to play out. No side really wants one of their top guys to look overly weak, so you got to come up with a plan. But again, I think we're all kind of eagerly anticipating some more of this relationship between NXT and TNA.
Oh, and that still works, I feel. Moose might not come out on top, but still, you went into enemy territory, you could have it come back the other way. Right. And again, that's, to quote Jacob Batu, they might not be both of them, but that's King Kong versus Godzilla.
Right. This is the first match tonight where I'm ready for it to end. Okay. I've been okay with this so far, but that's interesting. I like what's happening. I like Ethan working out the high flyer, keeping him on the ground.
Yeah, and that's what Jose even pointed out to me too. Of he's working the ankle because he's taking away the bounce for the ounce there.
Right. I think, are they chanting "F you, Ethan"?
I don't know, but Mike TV out here saying everybody talking blue chips. Now I want guacamole.
Give me some guac, would you? Oh, into the corner.
Oh,
wow.
Superman punch. Now, was that more believable than OC's?
Oh, yeah. That was.
You heard contact on that bitch.
It was super quick.
That was that had stank on it.
Like, that was. Wow. But, Ethan set him up. Raise his edge.
Do it.
Oh, a release. A release.
1, 2, 2. Dos. You get Ethan as your Scott Hall, and you get Briggs as your Kevin Nash. The outsiders there. You got Razor's Edge, and you had Briggs dress it up like Kevin.
Yeah. That might have been the better tag team than Yoshi.
Facts.
But I can't say that because then I wouldn't get the Yoshi splash. It's my favorite thing in wrestling.
No one likes the Yoshi splash except for Mrs. Yoshi.
Right now. I would watch clips of Yoshi just doing the splash for hours.
He's just hyping it up. I gotta wind it up. How you gotta wind up a splash?
He's the antithesis of like Javon and Montez. He comes straight down like a rock.
No gravity.
Like
he is the man gravity left behind. Instead of the man gravity forgot.
This is a good match. I know Boston said he wasn't feeling it, but the firing up now, the crowd's into it. I'm really impressed with Javon.
Yeah, well, this has been the most of Javon still can wrestle a match that's a solid match without the high spots, without the flip-me-doos, without the Cirque du Soleil shit.
And he's proven that in a lot of ways, but a huge flipping enziguri. I don't know what you call that.
Yeah, Cirque du Soleil. Hey, what do you say?
I saw a clip on Facebook. All right.
What?
So
dudes are actually not throwing awful punches. Facts.
Yeah, no, that's Javon's throwing really good punches. Even that Superman punch was pretty. Up and over on one foot. New faction, Jason. We're still waiting to find out more information. We'll know more on Tuesday. But Dion Lennox's name was mentioned. No other names were mentioned. And we know nothing much. The mouth guard's out. The mouth guard's out.
The mash is out.
Got her!
RKO. 1, 2, 3.
I'll take that. Ethan Page with a much needed win. A hell of a showing by Javon. But yeah, Ethan Page, a guy kind of needed some W's. Ethan gets a nice win here.
It was a really good match. I'm interested that the mouth guard out and then a cutter is what decided it, because the cutter is more of a neck to chest move, not a face move, like a mouth move. Pause. So
yeah, but your jaw's clapping down as you're getting dropped on that cutter.
Anytime you're falling out, your jaw is clapping together. Pause. But yeah.
When you're being held by the back of the head and getting dropped, no.
I get it. That was a hell of a spot, though, to punch that shit.
Really good. That Superman punch was lickety split, like quicker than a hiccup. He's bleeding from the mouth again.
Really good match.
I don't
know how if I liked the finish, but really good match.
Yeah, no, I liked everything about it. And I like I said, now Javon's mouth is bleeding again. Ree broke his jaw.
The visual of Ethan just looking over him like that. Screen capture right there.
Hey,
that visual.
BJ Ray.
Hey, I got Chase Bank. So you got that.
I'm getting a profile on BJ Ray from LFG. Surfer Boy.
I wonder how he got the name.
Yes,
does he wear knee pads? That might explain it.
I didn't see him in a situation where he required. Oh, now I got Xena Sterling. Where are these names coming from?
Bullshit.
Sterling.
This is why we can't remember Miles Bourne or Riley Osborne or anything, because they're all bullshit ass names that no human being ever in the existence of humanity has ever had. God can't even put these names together. Why the fuck is Sean?
I think that just said Xena walked the stairs for 24 hours straight.
Warrior Princess? Stepladder Princess?
Was this Simpsons? The fucking escalator to nowhere? Hey, hey.
Hashtag Mitch Hedberg. An escalator can never break. It can only become stairs. Sorry for the convenience.
Knee pads, BJ Ray. Come on, money. BJ Ray. Yeah, the BJ Ray.
Hey, what do you say? Let's go by the bay. Maybe play with some clay. Maybe eat some hay. Hey, Triple H, what do you say? Bully Ray? Are you going to bully me? Are you fucking made that one kid want to cry?
Like, Jesus Christ. Are we even saying these out loud before we put them on TV? Once at least?
This is why everyone's like, what was it? Like, is he London or something like that? It was going to be Ricky Starks' new name.
Right? It was his nickname in high school. Now it's his wrestling name. BJ Ray is in the house. Listen, I didn't name him. I can't even get in trouble for this one. Yeah, she's a Ukrainian beast.
What is his dad signing the birth certificate? Listen, I didn't name him.
Right? Yeah, I'm getting a bunch of LFG. Danny Snitsky? Wait, no, that's not right.
No. So the baby that got punted?
A Tennessee Titan cheerleader on LFG.
No.
Twisted. They listen, she's well rested. They didn't have much to cheer about.
No.
Twist of Fate is a great callback to AEW when Ethan owned Matt Hardy contract in AEW and Hardy. That's a deep cut, Smile Mark.
No one but you and 3 people on Twitter are making that connection.
Right. Evander Holyfield's son.
Hey, I heard he was going to be on it, and I'm excited to see little Mark Henry.
Little Mark Henry, yeah.
Well, and there's the Tonga twins that are still floating in the abyss, but I know that there is a Samoan, there is a Polynesian, there is a Maui that might show up. So yeah.
Bologna Jones just made me choke on my
drink. No, the fucking hell. You can't say that's the real name.
Bologna
Jones. No, it's pronounced jalapeno. Don't get me one of them jalapeno wrestlers.
Right. But we got Stephanie in the back with her new title.
Speaking of jalapenos, yeah. Fuck.
I can't wait for Happy Gilmore 2. Absolutely. Roxy stretching out on the stairs. Good old Snitsky, right? Right?
It's not my fault.
Not my fault. I'm guessing that we're down to 2 matches, so
they can't have the men's match main event unless they're doing something.
No,
they gotta be doing something.
I'm okay with either way. Oh
no, because one's obvious, one's at least gonna be a good match, even if it's obvious. This is a squash. I'm more focused as we've got Theory and Waller coming out. I'm more focused on them splitting up than Oba winning this. Oba wins this, and they can still just split up for the next 5 minutes.
They're not coming out together, Nick.
They're not a tag team.
Not tonight. Not tonight. Oh, folks, let us know who you taking, and why is it Oba?
Yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. Oh, cuts off the entrance. Boom, boom. I low-key kind of like Waller's music.
It sounds like something I remember being blackout drunk to in a college bar in the 2010s. Okay, that's more of what it sounds like.
Right? It's like Beverly Hills Cop. Boom, boom, boom. Caskets become maracas during earthquakes. And if you
holy fuck,
you got a shovel, you got a new suit, bones are all misplaced. What are you on, my guy? Spaz.
I don't know. That's a morbid ass.
That's
super
random
funny, but goddamn.
Oba wins, Waller and Theory implode. I agree. Oba, as we're giving him the Goldberg entrance coming from the back.
Yeah, well, they all kind of got it. Well, Theory got it, and then Waller cut it off, and now Oba's got it. And Oba is that Goldberg presence. Waller's music, to me, I feel like is going to get hypercut with turn down for what? Like, it sounds that level. But yeah, Oba, he's supposed to be a heel, but he is just a cool badass at this point.
He's transitioned out of heel. He started as a heel, and at this point, that's why they put him in the ring with Theory and Waller, because they're cementing, they're really cementing the idea Oba is no longer a heel. We are billing him as a baby face. The crowd is reacting to him as a baby face, and he's acting like a baby face now. So, I mean, again, organic transition. I love it.
Is he babyface or is he Braun of how Braun can do the dance in between?
Yeah, I don't think he's in between at all. And I don't think he's like, again, I
Does it
can't think
depend
of
on
the
the
last.
challenger? Does it
Yeah, but
depend on
what
the
does he
challenger?
do that? What does he do that's heelish? You say he's a heel. What heelish quality does he have?
Smash the fuck out of people.
Yeah, there's no heel. Like he's not being a dick. He's not.
It's
He's
just
just
cool.
again. He's just mean. He's mean.
He's NXT Roman Reigns. He's the NXT Tribal Chief.
A little bit, right? Boom, 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 boom. Who you taking, folks? Who you taking? 79% of the chat says Oba. 6 going with Theory and 12 going with Waller beating Theory. I'm a little surprised there.
Yo, yeah. Well, if you go ahead.
This match should not be happening. Whew. I mean, hot take a little bit, but maybe not.
I might agree with it. But
I'm okay with it.
If you had to pick between Waller and Theory, who does more of a tour in NXT?
Maybe for me, Waller.
Okay.
But the thing is, I got no problem with this match because Theory and Waller aren't doing much. Oba, I mean, you got to buy time for Oba to stand and deliver, give him something to do. And him just beating up another NXT talent only hurts the NXT talent. Him dusting these two that are imploding, it works. And it really pushes him into that babyface realm going against the douche canoes. Yeah, I mean, again, it's more of a fever dream that it is happening, but I'm not mad about it.
More likely situation. Waller or Theory wins or continues to challenge Oba past this, or we get a surprise and that's your match at Stand and Deliver.
Maybe I 100% don't see. Oh wow, big super kick out the gate. Wow.
I don't see them winning. Proceed for both of them to beat the shit out of Oba double team.
But that's why you book this, because it's viable. Like one-on-one, you're like nobody even gets offense on Oba, like heavy offense on Oba. This is where Oba can actually take a beating from these two.
Well, it's a credit to Oba that you have to book two people versus this man essentially for it to be a viable challenge.
Yeah, it's going to be Oba Femi versus a grizzly bear at Stand and Deliver. Like, what do you bring in? A lion? Like, what do we do?
Jackie Moon.
Right? The king of the fucking jungle.
Well.
Oh, slam.
I could see a king from a different jungle. Mike Santana.
I'm
Oba Femi.
I'm in. That'd be pretty.
That's a Stand and Deliver match if I've ever seen one.
Right. Spinning around. Waller, Theory holding on to Oba's back. Another kick, but this one to the gut. Shout out to KJ and Big Nick. We appreciate you guys doing this. It is a lot of fun. We are here for you guys as much as you are here for us. That's beautiful, Mike. We appreciate it. Thank you for being a part of the Wrestling Utopia. The wrestling friends we can't find in our real life, but we do love it. We just, again, we happen to like talking wrestling, and we do it more minutes than anybody else out there.
Yeah, and we just happen to hit live instead of just doing it, talking to me, you. But absolutely, 100%. We always love having conversations with the congregation. Right. So be a friend, tell a friend, go spread the good gospel of wrestling out there.
Do it.
Yeah, you need to do it. Listen to me. There's a man in my house putting on my star on my Christmas tree.
Wow, look at this. Oba is insane. But yeah, keep in mind, folks, I think they're trying to find, and again, Paul, I see you saying a win. I have all the, I'm not saying I'm right or you're right. It's just my 2 cents on the topic. So, it's just, I think the hard part with Oba, rough landing.
I don't think it was that. Oh, now Waller is it? Huh? Are we going to do this?
Are we going to go? Are we going to go? But yeah, no, I think it's hard to make Oba look weak. You got to find extraordinary things to make him look. Like I said, next week he's going to fight a fucking polar bear.
Yeah, I'm at this point. I almost want to see Jacob Fatu versus Obafemi to see if the universe can sustain it.
Right. Waller, in theory, set up to go, and Oba gets a hold of Waller. So,
oh my God. Oh, and again, Gunther chops. I saw a clip going around earlier today to where Gabe Kidd ate a chop in New Japan. I think we just watched literally in real time of Austin Theory's soul left his body, came back and met it as it was flying through the air and re-entered it with that chop.
Yeah, I mean, again, man, and do you hear Vic just dying? Like, he started laughing at Theory getting punched out of the air, or like almost that exacerbated, like, oh my God.
Yes, holy shit.
Yeah, like if he could say it, he would have.
Yeah, don't worry, Vic, we'll say it for you. Right. What was it? It was like, holy crap, when Riggy Stark showed up. I'm like, oh, go ahead, swear like you're grown.
All right. If you live in the GTA, Dynasty Wrestling is starting to advertise icons for basically their WrestleMania. First talents announced: Moose, FKA, Corbin, TJP. Sweet deal, sweet deal.
There you go. Well, if it's in
GTA is the Greater Toronto area, for those who are curious.
I figured. Okay, I work with those Raw Antonians, so I might have figured that out. But I didn't think it was Grand Theft Auto.
People are like, we go to Grand Theft Auto.
Person to Grand Theft Auto 6, and it's going to feature Moose and Corbin and all that. But no, you might have to,
shit!
Tap in. Whoa!
Oh, that was ugly. Oba missing with the stairs. Waller ducking. Not a lot of room between the commentary and ring. DDT to Oba.
DDT on the steps. Yeah, you might have to see if you can sneak an eye in there.
We shall call him Oba 187.
Because it's 187 on an undercover car.
I read it as Grand Theft Auto. See, I was just letting people know. You proof of good. Well, thank you, sir.
What?
They're chanting, "We want tables," I think.
Devon?
The Devon?
Is that the Devon spot now? Like, we have the Oakland position. Do we have the Devon position now? You get the table?
Oh, chair to the gut. Theory down and out somewhere. Yeah. Waller just in control.
This is where Theory's going to get a comeback. You're going to get Theory Waller fight back here. Well, even Vic's out there saying of what is it going to take to keep a guy like Obafemi down.
And that's it. That's why you booked this match the way you do. Because again, like, I didn't want to see Oba Wesley again. It doesn't fly. Like, it shouldn't be overly competitive. I chant "We want tables" when I'm at Chili's.
Hostesses hate you, sir. Hostesses hate you.
I'm going fast.
Do you want to sit by the in a booth or by the bar? We want tables.
Right.
We want tables.
Oh, fighting free. Oh no. Sidewalk slam.
Drop through the chair.
Through the chair. I swear if they released GTA 6 before delayed again. Yeah, GTA 6 is an anomaly. It's like Guns N' Roses trying to make an album.
Oh, they still exist. They do exist.
They do exist.
Yeah, I think Waller went from what, like 6'4" to 6'3" after that move right now.
Right.
Oh,
drop toe hold in the corner. Yeah.
When's the last time you saw a drop toe hold?
Not often. Nice roll out. Big drop kick.
That was really impressive because it looked like a jumping knee and he like kicked his legs out at the absolute last second.
Right. Is Jacob being set up to as face in the solo heel? I think we talked about this. Jacob's becoming a baby face, whether they book him as a heel or not. Jacob's just Jacob. He's one of those beautiful cases of he's just going to be the crazy man that he is, and the fans love him too much to boo him. So yeah, I mean they kind of tease Solo Jacob, which you've been calling for. I felt like I didn't know if it was too soon, but it might actually pan out.
I think that's your WrestleMania match,
Yeah.
and I think I agree with the comment, and I
Oh,
think that's how they booked it, but how the crowd reacts is gonna flip it.
Dude, look at
Speaking
this.
of flipping,
What? Waller puffing air.
Theory said, I don't know what to do. 1, 2, dos. Just fucking run and cover Waller. Why don't people do that? Like, I just took both of them down. I didn't beat him. Let me see if I can at least pin him.
Right. The drop toe hold is a lost start. That and arm drags. We don't get enough arm drags anymore. They were effective.
Arm drags are always a transition. Like,
yeah.
An arm drag to me has become the same as like an Irish whip.
Yeah, well, I mean, a part of that whole kind of sequence at times, it was really good. But Oba swiping the feet of Theory. We get a "This is awesome" chant. And we got tables. Sorry?
No, I was just agreeing. I said it is, and it has been. I don't have many complaints so far about Vengeance Day. I think it is not a pay-per-view, but it is also not regular weekly NXT. It is that happy spot in between.
I would argue that it's a pay-per-view.
I will call you Tony Khan.
I mean, it's a pay-per-view. It's one of their bigger pay-per-views. Like,
no, technically I didn't pay. It's a PLE. We're gonna split semantics, but yeah.
No, but I mean, it is definitely a bigger show, and I mean, for their credit, they've delivered pretty solid across the board so far.
I will preface and say I'm saying of like it's not a Rumble, it's not a SummerSlam. Yeah. Oh, elbow drop through the table as Theory was holding him there. So still tandem teams.
Holy shit! Chance breaking out. Waller destroying Oba and the table.
Well, it's like if an elbow drop met a cannonball. To hell with your time, to hell with your friend. Theory's got to cover. 1, 2.
How good would Theory be in AEW or terrible? I think he's too polished. He's too WWE.
He would be a victim of the elite. He would be a great Ring of Honor guy is where they'd put him.
Oh, but taking out Waller. Up.
Oh.
I mean, again.
Spine buster.
What?
That's a decleater of a spine buster so much that Oba had to have his boots strapped onto him. Otherwise, they would have flown off too.
Right? And Theory sold the shit out of it. Theory to his feet, only to get squashed.
Oh.
This big man.
Oh!
A-Town down, cornered each other.
Just smashing both of them now.
This is insane.
Hook to
Goodbye.
Oh, we're messing with the steps. We're messing with the chair.
Yeah, I agree, Jose.
No, if you want to know what Austin Theory would have been like in a
the table breaks. He just threw this man like a sack of potatoes. Chair to the back.
Almost Femi is the only guy that I feel doesn't actually hit moves. He just tosses people.
He just chucks.
Right.
Oh, punching the chair out of Theory's hands.
Oh, pump him into a DDT.
What a reversal.
Oh, A-Town down.
No way. No way.
1, 2.
Well, come on,
Waller pulls the ref. You can see him.
That's why the ref slid and delayed.
Yeah. And slid that way.
Right.
But yeah, I was saying if you want to see what Theory would have looked like in AEW, just ask Flip Gordon. I'll say that.
Waller on the ground. Theory pissed off. I like that they keep just kind of teasing the breakup. They just Are they gonna
I
finally get
swear,
at each
I
other?
wasn't doing it. I was helping us.
Right? What are they chanting now?
I don't want to guess.
Turn on Grayson?
I don't know. Well, maybe it was turn around because that man.
Sack of potato. Just tossed.
That is always move a set is sack of potato. Sack of
Oh,
potato.
got her, Waller!
Oh,
Theory!
pop bomb. 1, 2, 3 as well. It's the pin. Wow, that was really good.
That was fun. That was fun. I liked how that all played out. Theory down and out, gets hit with the Waller's finisher. Oba retains as expected. Still your NXT World Champion. And a fun match. Actually, a fun match.
We kept mentioning the sack of potatoes. That was your nice little dish, the mashed potatoes with the chives and the salt and the pepper and the butter melted in there and everything like that. Or you have your nice steak dinner here. That was, your fresh baked potato.
We got one match left. Just throwing that out there, folks.
Yeah. So Grand Slam. Good to know you.
One match left. It's 8:00.
I love it. I love having wrestling to where it is not all consuming. It is not, I gotta make sure I get extra sleep before I go into work the next day type of. Oh, the lights cut off.
Yo, what's this?
Spotlights. Who can it be?
Oh, who is this? Oh,
it's the mask. It's the mask again.
They're back. They're back.
But
lights out, lights out. Okay.
Oh, this has to be somebody though.
Oba's.
They're all coming from all sides. Pause. Oh, we're taking on all comers again. Pause.
They're beating down Oba.
He's taking on all comers. What?
So they're going after two sets of champions.
This is Super Shield. You have Dion Lennox just getting. They're doing the double Shield powerbomb.
Oba on the back of his head.
Yo, how do you have one guy? You had all but one guy with his mask down, and now they're all like, they don't know what to do with the mask, and it's frustrating the fuck out of me. Do we put him up? Do we keep him down?
I'm okay with this. Shield mob, let's go.
Yes, Sierra Hotel bullshit indica.
Right. All right, folks. We're down to the main event tonight. Who wins? Fatal 4-way. Who takes the title? 84% of you were right about Oba. But who do you got? Who do you got in the main event?
I'm very surprised because I think I said it when I came back from a pause earlier of did we get the surprise earlier with this faction because we're going to get a different surprise or a bigger surprise later.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't expect we were just going to get them again presented better later.
I liked it. I mean, again, make an impact. You showed up early. You took out the tag champions, and now you're looking to take out the world champion. I mean, an emphatic statement by this new group. Yeah, man, I'm okay with exactly what we just saw. So
fair enough. Because we're already hyping up Stand and Deliver.
That we are.
Shield mob. Any up. Da, 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 da. Why do I feel like these are Ricky Starks homies? I don't get that vibe.
Oh, we got Ava.
I sat there and tuned it up and was waiting and everything because I was expecting somebody else to pop up as the leader. Yeah, this is the Nexus Shield. The Neshield. Or the Shexus. Is it the Shexus or the Nield?
Lexus King. Lexus King's going to be on the show on Tuesday.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, wait. 2 weeks.
Ah.
March 11th, Roadblock at Madison Square Garden. Ava! Ariana Grace! Big Pop! Remember, she's the TNA ambassador or whatever.
Ariana Grace over Ariana Grande any day and twice on Sunday.
Deal. It's big.
It is the meeting of the Nepo babies.
Right?
So this is what like when Naps collide.
Hey!
Oh,
Santina!
Santina!
Yes! Let's go!
The Cobra. Take over NXT.
Yeah, we met before when you were little. The crowd chants Santino. You two, never mind.
Now, is it interesting, though, that we have very much a TNA presence as we're about to go into the main event, which could very much have a TNA presence at the end of it. As
well, they have to have a conversation, and I do think this is big news, man.
So
Santino shows up to meet with Ava and Ariana to have a little chit chat, but I'll be right back in 2 seconds, Nick.
There you go. Is on Tuesday this coming week, we're getting the number one contenders match for the women's North American title of Jada Parker, Kalani Jordan, and Carmen Petrovich. So the three women we saw in attendance in the crowd, and we're also getting Lash and Jackson, Lash Legend and Jakara Jackson. There we go. I can say words. Taking on Zarya and Soruka, and Stax versus Sean Spears, because Stax has got to vindicate. Oh, man's got the bada bing, bada boom on his tights in the graphics. But yeah, already though, I'm really starting to, in the official NXT contract signing of Ricky Starks as well. If you already weren't sold, where we'll be here live for NXT this coming week. But NXT's really, again, finding its groove, finding its slot, finding its spot to be. And we've got up next the Fatal 4-Way NXT Women's Championship match of Julia Bailey, Roxanne Perez, and Cora Jade. So let me know, folks, who you taking, and why is it Julia? Anthony, this might be setting up something with Tessa. Don't you put that out there. Don't you put that. If you watch TNA this week, you should know. I don't want to see Tessa. I don't want to see Tessa. Worlds Collide incoming. I think that could very much be the case of, does Stand and Deliver become more of a Worlds Collide pay-per-view this year? Perhaps. Or even if it doesn't exactly, does it lean enough that it could have been that? Because again, I still think that there's very much this interesting bit with the tie-in, and now you've got somebody like Jordan who's official, like a referee whistle. We still have other people that might be up in the air. We have people that might be signed to TNA that can show up in NXT, a la Dirty Dango, JDC showing up. So do we start to see this little time? We just saw Santina, the commissioner of TNA, meeting with the commissioner of NXT. So do we build more and more and work it more and more into the fold here? But I'm in commercial break, folks. I'm sure if you're watching on Netflix, you've got this, that, and the third and everything. But I will remind everybody, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We do this for anything and everything when it comes to pro wrestling. Often imitated, never replicated, never duplicated. And we've got Monday Night Raw, Tuesday NXT, Wednesday Night Dynamite, Thursday we're either here watching TNA Impact when it's live. We've got original content with Wrestling Court, the Wing of the Ring, the Let's Rumble podcast, etc. Friday night SmackDown, and Saturdays as always. The weekends as always where we're popping off with all of the action. And again, We got the super chats, the super stickers, the memberships. We got the merch stores. We got the Twitters. We got the Instagrams, the Discords. We got anything and everything for your pro wrestling needs. So again, spread the good gospel of wrestling out there, because we love having conversations with the congregation. Speaking of that, let's run through the collection plate of Spaz with the $5 super chat. Want to take a shot on a girl? Got to take a shot on a girl. What the hell? Like a high glass casino, liquor in the front, poker. I should have read this before I clicked on it. Spaz, thank you for the $5, but not gonna lie, you had us in the first half. Maybe clean up the back half. Ronan, we need an Ultimate X at an NXT, TNA, PLE from TNA, and three from TNA and 3 from NXT. Well, Jordan Grace has mentioned that, and she mentioned, say, WrestleMania, but if it's WrestleMania weekend instead of WrestleMania, you get that as, I said, a stand and deliver. I wouldn't bat an eye on it. I'd enjoy it. I'd enjoy the out of that. My name is Ron Burgundy. Yeah. Unfortunately, I'm trying to be respectful with the super chats. If when you throw them out there, it kind of ends up with the, I'm going to just read what's on the prompter. I love lamp. They say 60% of the time, it works 100% of the time. Yeah. KJ's going to pop back in. I don't know what we're yelling about. Haven't seen the highlights from TNA, Anthony, but thanks. Oh, Christopher, what up? As I've got Roxanne coming out, but Anthony saying Tessa had an altercation with Santina and Ariana Grace on Thursday, and it was setting up a match next week on the live Impact. There you go. There you go. Now, also, though, isn't Cora Jade still involved with the Masha thing? As Masha retained, I know Nick Nemeth now is suspended for 4 weeks, allegedly, because he super kicked Santino, because he got involved in the Joe Hendry situation and all that. So TNA is, again, like, this is the thing. It feels a wee bit close to, if that's a real word, it's probably not, to territory levels of TNA and WWE loan talent back and forth to each other, and very much a little bit more of, hey, TNA, we'll loan you X, Y, and Z, but you loan us A, B, and C, and we might sign them. And then you've even still got the Evolve, the LFG, if we're talking 1, 2, 3s of they have, and still WWE ID. Hey, what do you see? They're very much cultivating a whole ecosystem of pro wrestling within WWE to an extent, I would say, as I've got Bayley coming out right now. And again, I haven't checked it. If anyone wants to let me know her honest to God stat line from the All-Star game, but I'm interested. I saw her doing the warm-ups, but I still feel like she would have gone 1, maybe 2 for 5 in assist and probably a double dribble. If closest isn't a real word, it is now. Whoa, speaking of someone who's closest to me.
It's a pleasure to be closest with everybody.
May the closest be with you and also with you.
Also with you. There we go. Main event time, Nick. 8:04 p.m. Bayley is on her way out to the ring. And pretty remarkable.
Oh, yeah. Well, remarkable in which aspect? Time frame that we're at the main event, that Bayley's here. Like, there's different avenues you can take that. Right. Okay, fair enough.
And here comes our champion, the beautiful Madness.
Isn't that just us?
Yeah, pretty much. Let's keep it a buck. NXT fans probably watch TNA already. Not necessarily, Jose. And I find WWE fans more than any other fans are very specific. There's a lot more specific to WWE fans than any other group out there. Like, there's a collection of people that only watch WWE programming.
Yes, because you get the people that say they only watch AW, but quote unquote hate watch the Fed, as they would say,
Yeah.
etc.
Yeah.
So yeah, if you're looking for the largest contingency of wrestling fans that only watch a promotion, it is honestly WWE.
Yeah. Yeah, again, I mean, there are diehards in every direction, but there is a contingent of fans that say they don't like the product, but they never miss a second of it.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is you'll get the diehards that I stand by my tribe, but I know every dot, second, and movement that happening on the other side too.
Right?
How the fuck you know that if you don't watch? Side eye.
Oh,
If this was the early 2000s, this would be a girl band.
right? No shit.
Roxanne would be the front, would be the head one that they're gonna break off solo. She's the Beyonce. Cora's the I'm supposed to be sexy, but I also have no talent.
Right.
Julia's the I got all the talent, but certain people like me, and Bailey's like the hey, I might date your dad.
Yeah. I like Cora is the one that like the Victoria, like the posh spice that barely gets a chance to do
Yeah.
You stand there and pose for us, please.
Vogue, strike a pose.
But right now,
actually, so if you had to put a Spice Girl
to
each one of these four women, so is Bailey. Bailey's got to be sporty. Bailey's got to be sporty.
Yeah, there you go. Julia gets to be what? I don't know. Roxy's
baby Spice.
No
blonde hair.
Yeah, maybe because of the blonde. But ladies and gentlemen, we are about to close up the predictions here. So get your votes in. Let me know who you taking. But Fatal 4-Way for the Women's Championship is on and ready. Should be fun, folks.
Absolutely.
78% of the chat going with Julia, 10 Cora, 10 Bailey, 2 Rocks. Wow.
That Rocks is the lowest denominator in that situation.
Now the ladies are arguing over, oh, there we go.
But that's the thing is, if I'm Julia, y'all just fight it out. Y'all don't like each other. I'm just here. Y'all can have this. Y'all fight each other. I'll pick up the bones.
Roxanne, Chicago's finest, Cora Jade, Roxy and the Jets. Roxy and the Jets.
Dun, 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 dun.
I think this match might be match of the night. Damien, if this match is match of the night, I'm giving this show a 9.
Oh, bold strategy, Cotton.
Well, I mean, again, if this is like we've already had a couple really good bangers. If this outdoes them, then that's a really strong night.
Yeah, as double superplex or trying to be a double suplex from Roxanne and Cora as they catch Julia setting up for the run into Bailey in the corner.
Oh, over both women.
Oh,
look at these. Look at all of this.
Look at all these chickens.
Look at all of this. Let's go. Great start to this match. I like it.
Bro, what is up with all the feathers and shit in the ring?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember who did that. It might have been a
Who had plumage? Who plumed?
Bird Lady's in the house. She's under the ring.
She's letting us know from the raw beyond.
There's a clue.
Oh,
look, everybody, 1, 2, 1, 2. And a stalemate. The crowd goes and gives them a little bit of love. Julia for the win. NXT chance breakout, Nick.
As Roxanne and Julia square up and Bailey and Cora Jade square up.
Oh. Julia and Cora getting dumped on the outside, and we got a showdown between. Oh shit!
Why didn't they do the fucking tandem shit? You two are supposed to hate each other. I mean, I get it if you're gonna sit there and stare at now of anyone you can do, I can do better.
What? What are you talking about? So they threw a heel
Roxanne
up,
sat there and slapped her like, you know what we need to do now is double hit the topes.
but it was very much the one-upmanship. There was nothing wrong with
No,
that.
sit there and hockey
What
fight.
are
Sit
you
there and
talking
hockey
about?
fight.
That doesn't make any sense, man.
What does it not make any sense? They have a fucking feud going. Hockey fight. Hockey fight. They
They're
took out the two women, so they should sit there and go at each other.
each other. What the fuck? She hit the ropes, and again, Cora went to the outside. Julia went to the outside. Rox hits Julia. Bailey hits Cora to say, haha. And then we got at it. I mean, I don't understand the issue. Let's go. Let's go, Christopher. I blame Julia for the feathers. Yes.
Yeah, I think she might have plumaged.
But Cora and Roxanne locking up.
Oh,
slides off the back, missing Pop Rocks.
Yeah. Oh, skull crushing finale. Eats the double hit from Julia.
Big drop kick from Julia. Cora looking good in this match. Just starting, MDB. We'll see.
Right.
Big dog.
How? Because I argued a spot that suddenly I don't give a puck about this match. No, I like this match. I just would rather see, like, the contention in this at its core is Bailey and Roxanne.
Okay, that didn't change though. Like nothing changed.
You had Roxanne basically sit there and Bailey, get the topes.
No, not at all. That's not what happened, my guy. I'm sorry you see it that way, but that wasn't it.
That is what I see, and that is what I say.
Fair enough. But Julia and Bailey face to face now. NXT chants break out again. I like this.
This is very much so is this a bit of Bailey's down there of showing how Julia is going to operate, say, on the main roster? How Roxanne clearly is going to operate on the main roster, etc.
Yeah, I think Bailey ends up being a really good measuring stick for sure. Nice.
She's in a prominent, still talent, but coaching spot. She's like over Natalia, still booked Natalia, of still featured, still prominent, but you're going to go out down there and you're going to show us what we got down there.
Yeah, I mean, again, it's she's definitely a veteran, as we just even Vic said we don't know what that was.
Something that was a what the fuck.
Yeah, even Joseph didn't know what to say, couldn't save it. Oh, Cora and Roxy at the outside.
Right.
I'm 6'5", so everything's short to me. There you go. Neck and neck bit. There you go. Yeah, right. Right.
This right here, this is Big Mike, and he is 6'5", and you can't teach that.
There you go. It's all four women on the side of the ring. Bailey holding Cora for a chop. Julia returning the favor.
Ooh. Does a chop intensify if you lick the hands beforehand?
Right. Oh, 6'12". That made me laugh. Yeah, it always stings a little more.
Shout out Ben Bishop.
Right, exactly. It always stings a little more when it's wet. Pause. Cora better look good because she has to depend on her looks. Because, I mean, Paul, I don't think that she's the greatest of wrestlers, and I'm not a big fan of Cora. But I do think we, give the girl some credit. She's young, and she was hampered by injury.
Still keep in mind, folks, opinions and perceptions can change. Don't be closed-minded on shit. Don't think that your opening perception on somebody is the definition on that person.
Handshake between the two heels, and they go to work on the baby faces. Yes, Jose, the belt is on the line.
Yes, sir.
And theirs.
All the belts, all the champions.
Big back elbow or European big knee.
I got a big knee. A big
Oh, Bailey. I like a lot of the misdirection in this match. They've done a good job of keeping the women pretty active. Not a whole lot of layouts.
This has been the more cohesive of, even though we expect a split of, they've still acted cohesive a bit with Roxanne and Cora Jade than we got in the match before with Theory and Waller.
Mm-hmm. Big moonsault, lion salt, if you will, by Roxy. I never liked Roxanne Perez, but lately she's been growing on me. Roxanne's a talent. Again, a very young, lots of learning to do, lots of developing to do. But she's been a great NXT champion. She's had a solid run, and I do believe we are watching Bayley kind of mentor her and transition her up into the main roster. I kind of got her getting into the chamber, my guy.
Oh,
wow.
Cora with the knee to Roxanne that was supposed to be for Julia, and she just dumps her out. No, Roxanne is extremely talented, and you're looking at the future of the WWE women's division right there. Like, that's about to be your next figurehead down the road. That's cool. You got a franchise quarterback now. Well, you got a rookie waiting in the wings.
Yeah. Christopher, I did see this report. Makar apparently came under the weather, so that's a big loss. Arguably the best defenseman in the league, or definitely the best offensive defenseman in the league. Being out's kind of shitty.
Fair enough. I second your opinion because I don't know. Oh, Cora Jade with the Flaunton bomb.
And it's just screaming at them, sliding Bayley back into the ring. Action's not stopping, folks. Yeah, the spoiled brat stick actually surprised me how well it worked, Mike. I had seen her for so long as just this peachy key baby face that I'm actually really impressed at how good she was at being a pain in the ass.
Yeah, she's
Roxy on Cora.
Yeah, but she's just turned into that I'm better than you. Like, it was such a clean pivot that kind of came out of surprisingly.
My peacock is down. Blue Chew, my guy. Hashtag not sponsored.
Blow on it like a Nintendo cartridge.
Throwing bombs. Need a better camera angle.
Whoa. Well, better or lower? Which one did you say?
Oh, wheelbarrow.
Wheelbarrow. Okay. Oh.
A really good match. Really good match, my guy.
It's done well of explaining why things like why so-and-so's, why XYZ's outside the ring for a minute, and then they pop in out of nowhere and all that.
Wow. Bayley giving us a little Sasha Banks, Nick.
Oh, I prefer Puppet Monet instead of Mercedes Monet. We're a Puppet Monet household over here.
Right. Drop kick Bayley. Julia down at the ringside. Oh. Bayley hooking both.
Double middle rope stunner.
Right.
And Julia just mush in the face.
Yeah. No, Roxanne's good in both directions. I mean, again, and she plays that smaller role real well. There's the one kind of hang up on her. She's so tiny. Like,
but it works. She's been good since she was fucking like 18.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
The prodigy, my guy. But Julia up, taking out everybody. Half and half.
I'll take a double espresso.
Right? Let's go. Oh,
we might need it if we're going to do anything past this.
Bayley and Julia get their wires crossed for the second time in this match.
Tarantula! A tarantula! And you can see the underbrow of Bayley. Them things is stinging. What? Higher or lower, it don't matter. What? Fair enough.
Right. Let's go. Let's go. I'll take an
HOTTOGO. You can take it hot to go. Yeah, I bet you didn't expect that reference.
That's adorable, my guy. Triangle for the Russian leg sweep, blocked by
like I'm your fucking Valentine. That's adorable.
STF.
Do you choose me?
Yeah. I wouldn't say bot Sean as much as I would say choose you all the time, my guy. But
took you a minute.
Yeah, I was multitasking. The vitamins make
Yeah.
it challenging. It's a battle. But yeah, more of a miscommunication than a botch.
Zing instead of a zag versus a botch.
Two. Screaming.
This is where you cut into the you talk too much. You never shut up. Oh. Yo.
Oh.
Like, wow. What was that? That was the Mark Merrill TKO that turned into a side slam?
Right.
What?
Oh, reversal. Julia into the turnbuckle. Bailey's kind of been the MVP of the match.
Oh, she's the she's the staple. She's the glue.
Yeah, she definitely. Perez reversal.
Oh.
Ooh, from Roxy.
Yeah, that is a literal step up because she had to step up to hit that shit.
Damn.
No way.
Double underhook DDT.
1, 2.
Wow, Bailey seems to be a step off today. I actually think it's Julia. I think it's Julia that's missing the spot more than Bailey.
Yeah, well, I think that might be why Julia's been much more. She's the seasoning in this match than the main course, so that might be a part.
Right. Oh, did it actually seem like Bailey? Okay, I mean, watching live, but yeah, maybe. Yeah, two kind of, and again, just kind of miscue of like, oh wait, I dosied and you doed.
Yeah, like I said, might be more catching on a rewatch, but it's a little more you zigged and I zagged type of thing.
Oh, we're on the top. We got double underhooks. Bailey trying to break it up. Oh, we're gonna get this spot again.
God.
Oh, here we go.
You can't have a multi-person match though without having a spot.
Look at this. That is insane.
It's cool, but like I said, you can't have a multi-person match without having that
every
spot.
time now. Every time.
Played out.
Mm-hmm. The only thing I could say is at least they tried to they mixed it up. The double underhooks from the top, the side slam in the middle, and then the power bomb at the bottom. So tried to make it a little different, but still that same spot every time. This is Awesome Chance Breakout.
And it has been a good match. I would argue that we've seen better matches so far earlier tonight. I will say that.
What's that? You've seen better matches?
I said that I would say that we've seen better matches earlier tonight than this so far.
I like this.
Would you say this is your match of the night? Like, have we evolved to this, or
I don't know. I'll kind of throw that out there when this finishes up and see how it goes. But I again, maybe I don't know if it's match of the night for me at this point. But I really like it.
Fair enough.
Took too long to step up. Yeah, I think Bailey thought the crucifix pin, so she kept her arms straight, but she needed to grab Julia's leg for the wraparound. Can imagine it's an easy mix-up to do. Yeah, again, and I wonder, I mean, Julia's still kind of coming in and kind of figuring things out. So, again, a little bit of a miscommunication for sure.
Yeah.
That bump for me. Pop rocks on the
Pop rocks on the
outside.
outside.
Bailey eats it.
Is she gonna do it? Roxanne, another pop rocks. Oh,
She's
but
gonna
Cora
pin Bailey.
slides
Cora's
in.
here. Cora.
Backslide.
No way, no way,
Two.
no way. Ah!
Close.
See, I mean, again.
Fisherman's DDT. Future shot. Well, no, it's not the future shot because you don't get that. Julia with the knee.
Big knee
That's
by
the only
Julia.
offensive maneuver Julia's hitting this whole fucking match is just the fucking knee. The knee and a double drop kick.
Another knee.
She's just spamming moves.
Northern Lights bomb.
1, 2, 3.
There you go. Julia gets the dub.
I will say, we all expected her to win. Not a good Julia match. Not a good Julia match in NXT.
What's that? No, you don't think so?
She was the afterthought in this. She was the fourth person to the dance here. It felt very much so. Of this was a Roxanne Cora Bailey match, and Julia just happened to be involved.
You think so?
I said it right before she got the pin. She's only hit the fucking knee and the double drop kick. She's just spamming moves because she's like your little brother when you hand them a control and they don't know how to play. They just hit A and B, and that's all they do, and they somehow fucking win the match.
Well, I thought she had some good moments. I mean, overall, I didn't really
feel two.
I mean, she got the pin. Look, big bomb right there.
She got the pin. You can't. All right.
I was humbled. 5-1. I'll see you later. I know I start later. I'm asking if they will cover. Martin, as it stands right now, there's a good chance we will not be here for Grand Slam.
Yeah,
it's a ways away.
It starts in about 2 hours.
Right?
Just saying.
Oh, we got company.
Stephanie
Vacour.
Hey, we mentioned this earlier. You started it with the women's North American title. You end it with Julia winning, and now you bookend it, and they come nose to nose.
Right. As we are getting the credits. But we're ending this. And I think
motherfuckers.
Very symbolic of the new generation, the new era of NXT, led by these two women. Again, man, it's a good vibe.
Oh,
nice! Back in the house. Let's go.
Hey, hear me? Jordan Grace, the juggernaut, come out with "We Are NXT."
There we go.
But you nailed it. You say you kind of call this exact moment a bit.
It's a good show. Again, that's why you kind of main event this one. And yeah, if you're setting up Jordan, the question is, what title does Jordan want? She can have whatever.
Yeah.
Grace is here. Let's go.
That's an interesting pivot there as we go off the air.
Nice. 8:29 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 2.5 hours. My guy, thank you at WWE. Great show. Great energy. Great vibe across the board.
HBK, you're the real MVP.
Yeah, right. But man, let us know in the chat your rating out of 10. How did you feel about the show? What did you like? What didn't you like? Dude, for my money, I was highly entertained by this pay-per-view. I know you didn't maybe like the main event as much as I did, but a nice little cherry on top was, you set up Jordan Grace against one of these women for the title at Mania weekend at Stand and Deliver. Works great.
Oh, 100%. I think that was great. And I saw people, Big Mama Pump and everything. But overall, I'll ask this first. Was the main event your match tonight? If not, what was?
Is the tag team match my match of the night? That blows my mind that might be the match of the night. Eddie and Trick was solid. Steph Bakur was good. Javon and Ethan was great. I think Javon and Ethan was better than Eddie and Trick.
Really?
I think the tag match I mean, I really thought the men's world title match was fun. I thought it was a good match. But I think the tag match was my favorite match tonight.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Now I'm having to remember.
The
Yeah.
muscle hamster.
It's so funny you mentioned the Eddie Trick match because that's where I was initially going.
Okay. It was good.
That the Javon match, I know I had said before, coulda, shoulda, would have been main event and or match of the night and everything. I think it's up there. I would put that debatable, rewatchable between that and the strap match. Obviously, the tag match was good. It feels like that show kind of went. And again, I'm not taking away from the main event by saying this, but it was not the match of the night. I'll put it this way: between that and Oba and Waller in Theory, which was the better match to you? Because I'll agree with you probably on this. Co-main versus main.
I think
they get it right.
I mean, they were both really good. I think maybe a slight edge to the Oba match, but I really liked the women's match. Yeah, I think the Oba's match was I had a lot of fun with that match. I thought they did a really good job. And Oba, it's so entertaining to watch Oba just chuck human beings. I mean, it's high marks for me.
I would have thought that the women's match would have clearly been the favorite of. Like I said, I agree that it's not to me the match of the night, but I feel it warrants. Out of those two, it's the it is the main event versus the co-main.
No, I'm leaning towards. I thought neck and neck, but overall, I mean, Jordan Grace come out at the end. That was a nice little tease. But yeah, I'm kind of torn because I think that I think the men did a good job. I mean, again, a really, really good pay-per-view where we could legitimately debate 2, 3, maybe 4 matches. Solid across the board. 9.5 from Mike. What's his name again? 9 out of 10.
I took her out. It was a Friday night. I work alone.
But 7 out of 10. Grace was rocking them jeans. I'm an 8. Great show. I'm at a 9 plus Santo, son of a gun. John Cena in the house. No, I was pretty fucking solid, Nick. So, Oba, Theory, and Waller was match of the night. There you go. Good night. Come back on Monday and join us for more fun. 8.75 out of 10 knee pads. Fair enough. 9. Where are you going tonight? I know where I'm going.
Well, I want to know where you're going first.
I'm giving this show a 9.
Oh,
men's title match was fun.
Like me.
Yeah, no, I'm going 9 for sure. I think every match was entertaining. They ranged from good to great in a lot of ways. Like my least favorite match was still a really good match. A lot of things cooked. You got a teaser for Ricky Starks. You got a teaser for TNA. Santo shows up. Across the board, I think there was like that tag match way out kicked its coverage. Like it was, I thought, outstanding. I'm a solid 9 for sure. I thought they killed it.
I am definitely not a 9. I am 7.5, 7.75.
Really?
I can be talked into an 8. I would argue, and it might be biased because of Stark showing up that night, but I would argue that the go home show was better than the actual show.
I would completely disagree. Especially with the quality of matches we had tonight. Like on Tuesday, I mean, yeah, Ricky showing up was cool, but I think, I think from start to finish, a 2.5 hour show, I thought it was booked.
I think this was a good, not great show. Like I don't
really.
Well, I feel giving it a 9 is a bit of grading to like a bit on a curve of, to me, like what makes this stand out more than other shows that we didn't give a 9 to or anything like that. Like to me, it was a solid show. The outcomes were a bit predictable. We were hoping that what they did in ring very much delivered, and it 7. Did to an extent. I didn't say 7 outright. I said 7.5, 7.75.
Yeah, I don't know. Like
8.
Yeah, I'm not quite I mean,
I'll get 8. I'll be a point behind.
There you go. I mean, again, I mean, as far as a wrestling pay-per-view goes, especially for NXT, I think there wasn't a single bad match tonight. And I think Jordan Grace coming out of the end was a nice touch. The introduction of this new faction not only takes out the tag champs, but takes out Oba. Very interesting shit. And yeah, I thought they crushed it tonight. I thought they got all of the ball and then took it out yard.
Fair. I think it might have just skipped over the fence a little bit here. It might have just scraped past, center midfield here. But
So
again, I'm not saying at all that it was a bad show or anything like that, because I'm not giving a 9, 9.5, or 11 out of 10.
I'm just trying to figure out what's like, especially with a 7.5, like what was lacking for you, like what did.
Well, that's why I was going. I'll go up to an 8 with it and everything like that. Of like I said, to me,
Nick hates
it was a good show. It was more of the matches were good, the results were very predictable, and that's more of the thing. Like if you would have had great matches and they could have really gone either way, maybe you can bump it up a little bit more to me. I knew who was walking out winning, but I was hoping that where we got to the end is where we got there, and it was well. So that's good. So that's why I'll give it up there into an 8. But I knew Iron Man and Captain America were fucking leaving and beating Thanos.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I mean, I think that for me, Stephanie getting the title was kind of what we thought was going to happen. I do feel like that, yeah, I mean, the champions stood strong.
Was there a surprise decision tonight for you?
Ethan Page, I think, surprised some people. Even though I did feel like
actually Eddie Thorpe was probably the biggest surprise.
Eddie Thorpe was a huge surprise, actually, now that you mentioned.
And that's why I think him and, like you mentioned too, with the Ethan Page, Javon, those were probably 2 of my favorite matches of the night. Like the middle of the show was really great.
Yeah, I really, like I said, I think overall match quality, where we talk about the one company puts on the best matches. I mean, NXT, not one of those matches sucked tonight.
Big dog having my side. Damn, Nick, did jump on you quick, my guy.
Right. That's what we want to know. Show your work. We want to know where you're at.
I did, and you doubted. You're like, how did you reach this equation?
7.5.
You didn't do it the Canadian way.
What do you mean 7.5? But no,
I didn't end that. I just literally started with that.
If I keep this up,
I'm gonna hold you to it. You said it.
If I keep this up, I'm sure I can get Nick to a 9. I'm sure I can talk him into it.
MDB, we ain't like your work. We ain't like your work.
The dog should have eaten that work. Let's get out of here. But
right. You mean your dog didn't eat your homework, sir?
Right. No, I mean, again, we're not that far off. Again, I liked
we're a point. We're a solid point.
Yeah, I mean, again, yeah, I don't know. I mean, again, I wouldn't change much on this card. And I think I liked the tag match more than you did, because you were very hung up on not wanting to watch Yoshi.
Yeah, you are much higher on Yoshi and all of that than I ever am. So yeah.
7.5. Look, Boston. You're with Boston. Yeah. Okay.
I didn't know.
Misery loves company. Misery loves company.
No, don't you put me with that Bostonian. I love you, Boston. But yeah. No, I like this. Oh, you keep clicking away from me trying to say hi to Geekbox.
Oh, where's Geekbox?
Right. You keep trying to click on it. You click away. For me, I gave a higher score, as I feel the show maintained a high standard, so the excitement of each match carried on to the next. Been a while since that happened for me. Fair enough.
Yeah. And I thought they got a really good crowd tonight. I thought the crowd was into pretty much everything. Yeah, again, I thought they crammed this. There was no real lean moments on this show. I think every moment kind of moved well, like Geekbox is saying. I think it was a really crisp show overall.
Well, and that's why even we can have the debate of, is it an 8? Is it a 9? Is it this? Is it that? Versus like, is it a 5? Is it a 6.5 and everything? Because think about it. This show started at 6 o'clock. This show didn't even last 3 hours.
No.
This show went off the air quicker than a SmackDown.
Right. Here's your matches. Good night,
So
everybody.
SmackDown, figure it the fuck out.
Right. Apparently 3 hours is the issue. Tom saying maybe a 7. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. 7.5.
I'm bringing down the average. I'm bringing down the IQ.
But yeah, no, I mean, again, if nothing else, it was at least a really good pay-per-view. Delivered solid, folks. But that is the show. Again, we're not slated for another while, so Nick and I are going to log off for now and probably say goodnight. But you never know. Stay tuned. But if nothing else, we will be back on Monday for Raw. And yeah, I hope NXT keeps cooking. We got a lot of things to answer heading towards Stand and Deliver, Roadblock coming up as well. Raw as we head towards Elimination Chamber. Dude, it should be fun. Penta in action. And the final qualifier for Elimination Chamber with Seth and Finn.
Absolutely, 100% of good show tonight. I will say good, not great. I will say good, not great, but 100%. Monday Night Raw, we kick it off all over again. A whole nother week in wrestling. Back at it like a jackrabbit. Our shit is real. Our shit is raw. Our shit is all authentic. When you're talking about that rest, you're able to put that forward live with it.
See you on the flip side, folks. Come back on Monday or whenever else we'll see you. Stay happy, stay safe. Good night.